Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from Parnu in Estonia, continuing our coverage from the 7th Paul Keres Memorial, celebrating the life and legacy of the great Estonian chess legend Paul Keres. Right now, we're following round 5 of the main event tournament A. There's been a lot of action. This is the second round of the day. We have so many more things to cover, so let's go. My name is Artur Nekšans. You might have seen me before. I'm a Grumps from Latvia, and this is Margaret Olde, Women International Master from Estonia.
Yes. Welcome back, I guess, after the lunch.
After the lunch. It was a really great lunch. Did you
Yes.
enjoy your lunch?
Yes, and I heard a lot of people were making fun of us.
Oh, yes.
That we had to work for so long.
Yes, yes. All right, so we're back, refreshed. And the fifth round has been running for about 1 hour. This is our pace, and before once again we delve into the games, let's have a look at what is the tournament all about, what is the prize fund, what is the schedule, and what is the time control.
Yeah, so we have two classical tournaments going right now. We have the Open A, which is going to be the one that we are following, and then we also have Open B for players rated under 2000. Both of the tournaments are playing 9 rounds, and time control is 90 minutes plus 30 seconds, so no extra time after move 40.
Yeah, so this means that the rounds pass pretty quickly, because like one round takes about 3.5 hours if there's no extended length. Because again, we have double rounds, that's why it's quite tough to have the second time control. And this is the prize fund. So in total, 17,500 euros in total. The biggest part goes to the main tournament, Tournament 8. There's also Tournament B, of course. As you can see, these are the prizes. For the first place in the open section in Tournament A, it's 2,500 euros. I would say that's pretty decent. And there's a lot of other prizes as well.
Yeah, we have special prizes for female players, for youngsters, for senior players. So everyone has something to fight for sure. Also Estonian players. Yeah.
And this is the schedule. So we are right now on round 5. This is July 29. As you can see, tomorrow there's not going to be a morning round. This is also going to be an opportunity for the players, the fans, the families who have come with the players to enjoy a bit the hospitality that the summer capital of Estonia provides. There's a lot of great sights. There's nice beach. There's restaurants. There's great live music. There's everything for a true chess tourist.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a lot more for Parnu, in Parnu, apart from chess as well.
And then we go back straight to double rounds again. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we gotta finish the competition.
We gotta do. Yes. We gotta do what we gotta do.
If it's 9 rounds in 6 days, then
that's
what
challenging.
you have to do.
That is challenging. All right, let's jump to the round. And it has been running for 1 hour, as already said in the beginning. And we have 6 leaders in total. And here you see at least one of them is on the screen, because Valery Kazakowski is at the moment gone. Kazakowski versus Laurushas, that's the top board, and of course we're going to try to follow it, but there's also some other matchups between the leaders.
Yeah, as you said, there's 6 people. So on the second board, we have Nikolai Maxim Ostensen against Shongsheng Seng, who also has 3.5 points. And on the third board, it's Grandmaster Hari Krishnan from India against Toivo Keinonen. Both of them also had 3.5 points.
And then there's a big peloton group, like with 3 points. Yes, I think like
yes,
6 or 7 people.
7
people.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So this means the race is really tight. Nobody is here with a perfect score. The previous round, we had a very, very long game between Toivo Keinonen against Valery Kazakowski. It finished in a draw. And let's go look. What do we have here?
Yeah. So we were discussing before whether it's going to be a quick draw against the countryman. But then I started thinking, because Laurus's also had a long game. So, yes, Kazakowski's game was a bit longer, but in a way...
Not so much, huh?
Yeah, like, maybe like, I don't know, half an hour or something. So.
You know, we had a chance to talk a bit with the players. Right after our previous coverage finished, we went to the play venue, we greeted the players, and Valerie said, we did our best to ensure that you have to work longer than you used to. So we're pretty good spirits. Also, Toivo was like, he was pretty good mood. Like he said, yeah, I did my best, I tried. Like maybe that was a bit tricky in the very end, but ultimately there's nothing to be done.
Yeah, exactly. I think they both agreed that Valery had to be very precise and that he was very precise. So, I mean, then it's a fair result.
All right. So, what do we have here? I think it's some sort of a Petrov
Yep.
on the board. It looks like it because like this kind of setup, it looks very familiar with the knight e3 line. Yes, it's the Petrov. We are definitely gonna go back move by move, try to understand why this is popular. But what do we make of this position? Visually, it seems that it's sort of equal.
Yeah.
There's 4 versus 4 at the queen side, 3 versus 3 at the king side, and yet for some reason, the engine favors white.
That's a good point. And also, maybe the other point is that Valery is at 1 hour, 27 minutes,
wow.
basically, against 50 minutes, which means that, well, he probably does know this position, does know exactly what he's supposed to do or planning to do, whereas LaRusse, he's been thinking for quite a while already.
Yeah, and the last move, apparently by black, was a mistake. So black committed just to g5. The knight went back for white to e2, target the pawn, and I suspect there's got to be something problematic with either knight g3, knight f5, or even h4.
Yeah.
And this g5 was a very rash move.
Maybe he wanted to do something active, but maybe not all of his pieces are ready for that, right? Like, what is this knight doing on a6? It's not that easy to get it back into the game.
Yeah, that is a very good question. So I think black needs to invest like 2 tempi, king b7, knight c6, knight c7, knight e6, just to get closer to the king side. Doesn't look so clear how black is going to equalize this. So let's go back to the opening phase. The Petrov, of course. What are the reasons why I stopped playing e4? The black response with e5. There's the Petrov. There's Raul Lopez. If you don't want to play Raul Lopez and the Berlin, there's the Italian game. Everything is analyzed to the very end. So that's why I switched to the Reti. Knight f3, knight e5, and knight e3. Have you ever played this?
No, not with either color. So
this is really trendy these days, and there's many combinations. Like instead of knight e5, there's the move d4. After knight e5, d6, more classical approaches. Knight f3, knight e4, knight c3, very big theory, followed by a long castle. Sometimes white plays d4, sometimes white plays d3, sometimes white plays c4. But the bottom line is black is very solid. It's very hard to crack. And I don't know who actually started this trend, but knight e3 became quite a fashionable weapon lately because white pretty much forces a bit better middle game after this move.
Yeah, so the queens are going to get exchanged quickly.
Yeah, knight f6 is the main move.
Yep.
Like, if you are really into big theory, of course you can play knight c6. I think it was, let me try to recall, knight e5 and knight e4. And somehow this is equal. There's big theory here. Yeah, so I know this because I once was having a discussion with a big Petrov expert. He told there's very fascinating lines here, so I trust him.
Yeah, okay.
But knight f6 is the solid move. Now white plays d4, queen e2 takes. Yeah, because queen e2 I think it's necessary, otherwise white wants to play bishop e3. Avoid a queen trade, and then maybe your queen on e7 is a bit awkward.
Yeah, some problems with developing.
Yeah, d5, quite a symmetrical position. Knight c3, c6, bishop d3, playing against the bishop. Bishop d6 and f3. Yeah, this is also one of my absolute favorite pawn structures because I like the pawn on f3 in these symmetrical structures. You want to play g4, h4, h5, king f2. Very easy game at the king side.
Yeah.
Black responded h5, stopping the advancement of the g-pawn.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Looks logical. White cancelled the long castle. Did he decide he's not going to do this? Okay, this is a bit mystery to me. Black traded the bishops. Makes sense. Otherwise, what's the bishop doing on c8?
Yeah.
Check. King d8. Not king d7. I suppose leave the d7 square for the knight. Knight e2. Takes an a6. Knight e3. Knight f4. So all of this by Valery was played very quickly.
Yeah.
Already here he amassed a lot of advantage on the clock. And this is where LaRusse went for g5.
So it was kind of, he was provoking black to go g5. kind of.
That figures. I mean, yeah, here. So he essentially spent 2 tempi. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he played knight f4, g5, and went back.
Yeah.
Provocation is obviously a big part of chess. And now the big question is, first question is, how is black going to defend the pawn on g5?
Yeah, I mean, it is under attack right now, yeah.
Yeah, and the second question is, what exactly did Thomas miss? Oh, that's the part I don't understand.
That's a good point, because, I mean, after g5, the knight has to go back. There were no other moves, yeah?
Yeah, because, I mean, this by no means was a forced move.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have played
King b7, bring back the knight, like we were talking.
King b7, knight c6. He could have played g6 to protect the pawn, to play rook e8.
Yep.
He could have played, g6 probably is necessary so that you can fight for the e file. He could have played h4.
Yeah.
So g5 is not a forcing move. And now he's thinking. Look at this. Like, look at this.
Was this a shake of head?
He's shaking the head. Did he mix up something?
Oh.
Look at this. Yeah, so
No, he's not happy.
he's definitely not happy. He's like, what I'm doing here? Now he knows he's gonna be big trouble here. You know, it's possible, Margaret, that maybe he mixed up some very similar line, because this g5 maneuver, it's a move in some lines. Like earlier, black often plays g5 to gain space, and maybe he just forgot that white can play some h4. Like he thought perhaps I play f6. Let's say white plays knight g3, h4, knight f5. But to be honest, I don't know how he can like this position even. And even this looks pretty shaky, yeah?
The squares are good for white. Yeah.
So what exactly did he miss? And there's also the h4 move.
Yeah.
Like targeting this pawn. You play g4, you give away the f4 square. Rook g8. There's knight g3. This is a threat. This is a threat.
It looks bad, yeah.
Takes, again. Okay, maybe here I found some resources for black, somehow.
Yeah.
But I think the knight g3, knight f5 is super straightforward. Or he was just expecting knight h3?
No, but that's just a weird move, though. Why?
Or it was a mouse slip.
Why did you go g6 with accidentally?
Yeah, like I could understand it in online chess. You know, you want to play g6 and suddenly your pawn's on g5. A bit of a mystery here. Typically, grandmasters don't make such rash moves, and then they start to question their choices. Something happened here. Hallucination, tiredness.
Yeah, might be.
We don't know. But one thing is, suddenly Thomas LaRoche doesn't like the position.
That was pretty clear from the video.
Yeah, and we also don't like it.
Yep.
So, for Valerie, of course, he's going to play this.
Yeah. There is no quick draw anymore.
No. Maybe you have to go back now, g4. Like, I mean, not go back, but give up the f4 square.
Yeah, somehow try to, like... Because the positions we were looking right now after f6, it was just looking like bad and suffering as well. So... Like,
yeah. Maybe you can still try to take this.
Okay, yeah.
And if you take it, guard this square. Yeah, but you can never play rook e8.
No, I don't think that this was played. No, I'm pretty sure this was not played. It's the from the transmission error. I'm pretty sure that this was not played.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, rook
I'm willing to make a bet. There was no knight g1 on the board.
It was h5 and rook e1, a2 e1.
h4?
No, a2 e1, and now it's...
So after f6, which was the move?
f6, rook ad1, and h5. Those...
Rook ad1?
ae1, sorry, ae1. And now it's, I think, white's move, yeah?
It's already here for a while.
Oh. Well, that's the position on the camera as well, so...
Yeah.
I think it's white is still thinking, yeah?
He's h4, there you go, we just saw this. Okay. Not knight
No,
g1.
94, 91, sorry.
Yeah, of course, h4 makes much more sense. This is the position. Okay. All right. So white is applying a lot of pressure, hitting the pawn on g5. Knight g3, knight f5 is coming. Does look good. So for black, let's move on.
Yep, exactly. Let's leave Thomas to suffer a little bit.
He's definitely gonna suffer, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the second board game.
Yeah.
Nikolai Ostensen against Zheng Shang Zhang. There's also quite a big time difference here. The FM player has probably outprepared a bit.
Okay, let's see what's happening here. Is this some Zuckertort position?
I'm not sure.
With the b3, bishop b2. Looks like it might be
So
some...
okay, so black took cd at some point, cd, dm.
Yeah. Okay, so Ostensen seems to be really well prepared. And Zheng is caught off guard.
Yeah.
There might be, again, some discussion about IQP. Because if you take it twice, this pawn on d4 is isolated.
But the e6 pawn is going to be weak in those cases, so...
Queen b7.
Oh, the bar doesn't like it.
It's very interesting. So black makes a mistake, but the position becomes better. How come?
Right?
So I'm pretty sure the position for white was not so good here, as the
I think it was like
bar
equal.
indicated, yeah?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Equal and then queen b7.
All right. Okay, let's go back. So let's go from the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
The Caros.
Yeah.
Bishop d3, c3. I used to play like this from white. It's a very poisonous system. And at the highest level, the Kaspad setup against the Caro-Kann is, or was, used at the highest level mostly for axis time control. Based on the fact that it's very easy for white to carry out all the standard plans, but ultimately black is perfectly fine. But of course, like from time to time in a classical tournament, you can play this. Okay, this is the old line, h3. The more modern combination is knight e2, bishop f4 stuff. So h3, white tries to play against the bishop on c8. e6. I play like this myself against Ivan Cheparinov. I think this was the 2025 Serbian League. And was it like this? Or maybe it was not like this. Or maybe it was very similar. Maybe Cheparinov went for... Maybe it was like this. Knight e2, e6, bishop f4, bishop d6. I was playing with the black color. Takes, shoot castle, knight e7, knight e2, f6. We got to this position. Yeah, maybe it was like this, without the pawn on h3. But I have a feeling it's going to be quite similar, where black is trying to play e5.
Yep.
Okay. So h3, e6. This is some modern stuff. To play bishop d6. Now white cannot trade the bishops easily. Rook e1, bishop d7. Yeah, and this is no longer your typical Kaspad. b3, c4. Watch out for the Greek gift.
Yeah.
I don't think it works, actually.
Probably not yet, yeah. King g6 and...
There's no queen g5, and queen g4 most likely will be met with what? Wait.
f5.
Maybe f5, yeah. Maybe f5. Yeah, and there's no queen g3, and queen h4 is met with rook h8.
Yep.
So once again, it's like a confirmation, even if you see a Greek gift, not always it's a good one. Yeah. So knight a3, stopping knight b5.
Yep.
Big maneuvering game. And there came the c4 break. Everything kind of looks logical. Queen b7. Black's response also makes sense. If you play c5, you create yourself an outside pass pawn on the queen side, but black will push e5.
And then, yeah.
And the center is uncontested.
Exactly.
That's why it's not so easy also for white to play the c5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then why is this a question mark move? Is the other question. Is there something concrete? Or...
No, I don't think so. The question marks typically, because the engine might see something, some sort of better continuation, which gives him a slight edge, slight like minus 0.2. And after c5, white is slightly better, and this results in engine saying it's a mistake. Yeah, so
okay, that's fair.
I don't think it even matters. I think queen b7 is a very normal move. I mean, I can check, of course, what the engine says. So black was apparently supposed to play, let's say, d takes, b takes, bishop b4. Why? I'm not fully. h5. B takes. And queen d6 and a 0.16 better. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so
good for them.
it means nothing. And also the pawn on h5 is the target, so it's of course not very clear. So that's why, I mean, Chinese Grandmaster played something more human.
A lot of sense,
yeah, it's just a good move. Queen b7. And this is where Nikolai has to figure out, does he want to play c5 or not?
Yeah, it's also a big decision, right? It's completely different.
Probably he has, yeah? Here. Black also might be thinking about building some battery, but the knight on c6.
Yeah. So now whether you're... Because e5 is not threatening yet. That's
not yet.
Under control.
Yeah. But you know, people don't think like engines. And people need clarity. They need to have a plan. And I don't think that Torstensson is going to play c5 if he is not going to see a plan here. So he needs a plan. Like, he can play c5 immediately, but he needs to figure out what's going to be my next move. Which is... what?
Well, are you going to try to do something on the queen side? But I'm not sure you want to go like...
Oh.
I was thinking of going like... Yeah, a4 somehow. Maybe.
Here?
Yeah.
Makes sense. But black could close the action. Let's say you go here. I'm going to play knight c6. And let's say you play a4. I could play b4. I could play a5. And what has changed? Okay, maybe not a5, but the point is, like, what have I accomplished? Yeah, so
sure.
I don't obviously have the evaluation of the engine available to me. So what else? I think that also how the mind of data players, especially GMs, work is that you try to formulate a plan which involves some kind of a pawn play. And if a4 is not working, c pawn is blocked.
Yeah.
The other idea is h4, h5, which...
Like maybe, but it's also...
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to become a weakness itself. Yeah.
And that's why it's so difficult, yeah? Like to play c5. So I think that white could try to look for something more concrete, because now the queen side is open. And try to perhaps open up things at the queen side. Maybe try to exploit weakened dark squares. That's what I would be thinking.
True. But you also need to do something concrete, because now bc is kind of a threat. Yeah, the bishop is hanging on b2.
Fair point. Which is what?
You can't do something super slow like queen d2. You're running under some weird bishop f4s at some point.
Queen d2?
No, I mean, I just wanted to protect my bishop and make a useful move, but I think I'm running under some bishop moves.
Yeah. Or takes and bishop b4.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I have an idea. How about I try to play for Daxwell weaknesses? Like, I take it.
Okay, I mean, I have to take, yeah.
And I play 3. My idea is get the knight.
Yeah.
Like, at least I understand this. I see the bar.
Yeah,
it doesn't like it. But of course I see that I'm also weakening the c4 square.
Yeah.
I see that, yeah, but the knight maybe will have difficulties for black to make it there. b4 is going to be a4, probably. If you play rook c8, I play b4. Am I really going to make it? Even if I make it? Yeah, black could also do the same. Not so clear, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you do? Keep the tension.
Yeah, somehow, but then you have to do something
like this.
Yeah. Provoke whether black wants to, like, but I don't think black wants to go b4 himself. So
I don't know. Go back. Yeah, it's or maybe just really go for the obvious target, play c5 and play some solid chess
Mm.
and be ready for e5.
Sure.
That's like computer chess. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say some knight c6, and it's not like e5 is immediately going to be available. Play a3
A3. Yeah.
and hope for the best.
Yeah, just play. Mm. Which actually,
Probably.
that actually might make sense because again, he's playing against a grandmaster who's a lot higher rated, right? And this feels like it's at least somewhat solid. He's
Yeah.
keeping control. Okay, you have to like if black actually manages to go e5 in a good situation, then like, they might take over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just crush immediately.
Yeah.
Because if e5 works, black gets a center.
Exactly.
If e5, e4 works, black completely rolls over white at king side.
Yeah.
So you gotta be ready for this. e5 takes, a bishop g6, capture the pawn on e5.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently everything is okay for white, but as you can see, the young Norwegian is not rushing with a move, which is a good sign. So he's definitely aware of how important it is to have a plan. And while he's thinking about it, there's an update. Board 3. Our Krishnan against Toivo Keinonen have found a way to make a draw.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that also makes sense from Toivo's perspective because he was one of the people playing the super long game. Now he's playing against black, so it's actually a little bit surprising that.
For Kurt Krishnan, it's surprising.
Exactly.
I think Keinonen should be very happy.
Yeah,
Super happy. Like, he played with black, he didn't get punished.
Exactly.
For playing the long game, and Hare Krishnan did not really have such a long game, did he?
No, I don't think
he
so.
He played against Ezra Kirk,
yeah?
Which was pretty confident game.
Yeah.
That was a bit, and also with white, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so he
that's
got
true.
the second
so
game.
Double white, yeah?
Yeah, double white. This is a bit surprising.
I mean, maybe we just really quickly check whether like it was
okay
just a draw agreed or it was something that somehow actually led into a draw.
Was some whatever this some Catalan, some big fighting position. Tova played it out very aggressively. Wait, white was down a pawn. He regained it.
What? Okay.
And he didn't like his position apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it was a fight. It was not like
it was not
agreed or something. So they decided, okay, it's risky to continue. All right, let's move on. Board number 4, Ilya Haitin against Maxime Lagarde. Let's keep observing.
Whoa, they made a lot of moves. There are very few pieces remaining, yeah.
Right.
I guess why the French Grandmaster is or like went for this is he has the better pawn structure. He has some pressure on the c2 pawn. Is it enough? I guess that's the question. Yeah? To actually create some real targets and threats.
Okay, black is equalized.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
But how do you win?
That's the question.
c3 makes sense to play king c1 and rook d2. There's no way that this game is going to finish into a quick draw because Lagarde already has made 2 draws. Last round, he was unable to defeat Alexander Malsevsky with the white color.
Yep.
He was pressing, but it was not enough. And he definitely is trying to make something happen here. How does black actually stop king c1 and rook d2? You probably can't.
Yeah. But he would definitely want to keep, I think, 2 pairs of rooks. Okay.
Okay, b5 is probably a bit too much, yeah. I mean, the point is I can even do this. So it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and then it doesn't make sense why we're trying to improve white's pawn structure.
Probably activate the king.
Yeah.
Cannot be a mistake. King e7. Rook d2. Since white wants to double the rooks, probably
they can't keep them on the board now.
Maybe something like a5, stopping b4.
Claim some space.
It's so drawish, to be honest. I can't see how Maxime realistically can hope to do anything here.
Mm,
Like, I do see the engine slightly favors black, but
yeah.
all the pieces are gone. What was the opening?
Some Sicilian, I think.
So he tried to play something sharp.
Mm.
Oh, I thought there's going to be Keres attacked. No, no Keres attack. Knight c6. Okay, that's a very interesting move order.
Hmm.
Knight b5 is invitation to the Sicilian Sveshnikov.
Yep.
The main consideration, of course, is knight c6, e5. You have to know quite a bit. And maybe Ilya was a bit not ready for this. Although, no, he did play very quickly. Bishop e2,
Mm-hmm.
bishop e3, queen d2, long castle. Okay, so apparently he was really well prepped here.
Yeah, which I guess is not a surprise. Yeah, we've seen him being really well
Yeah.
prepped.
Now we
Most
have
of the
some
games.
knight dwarf position. Bishop g5,
Hmm.
brutally threatening to take out of 6. King b1.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty standard exchange
Yeah.
attack.
Mm-hmm.
Take on f6, rook c6. Black is fine, but not more.
Yeah.
And the bishop goes to b3. And that's how they got there. Like, hide and play is very safe. And I
Yeah,
can't blame
yeah.
him. Like, he does what probably everyone should be doing. Like, you're playing against top seed, a player, very dangerous player.
Yeah.
Play solid chess. And I think this move bishop g5 was pretty practical choice.
Yeah.
Kill the action, put the knight on d5, say try to beat me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. I'm sure Maxim didn't like it though.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, now he's trying to figure out what to do. So engine, by the way, in this position, I just checked it. Top engine lines. G5, A6, takes, F5.
So get some space, yeah.
And now it's back to equal. Yeah, so there's nothing literally for him.
Mm.
I think that what he has to figure out is what to do with those queens and pawns. By the way, F5 was played. I think he is going to have to trade one pair of rooks.
But if white is going immediately to rook d7, then what are you going to do?
Oh. Maybe it's a provocation.
That you can't actually take because, yeah.
No, but actually, it's a very logical question. Why not rook d7? I get that. Like rook a7, rook d8, rook d2.
It's a little scary, yeah.
It's super scary. But wait, how do you smoke out my rook from the 7th rank?
That's another point. You don't even have to.
Let's say I go here. What do you do?
Wait somehow. Play like h, I don't know, h6 something.
I'm gonna wait as well. Okay, maybe white can't wait because king d1 cannot move, you drop the pawn,
Yeah,
rook
exactly.
f1 cannot move, you drop the pawn.
Mm-hmm.
And you could always play a5. But I can play rook d6, provoke the pawns, and then always play rook d2.
Yeah.
I don't like a5.
Mm-hmm.
And Ilya is thinking. I'm sure he was planning to play rook d2 automatically, and now he's like, wait, there's rook d7 here.
Yeah, because rook d7 is also tempting, right? Like you're taught as like when you start playing chess, you're like, oh wow, you want to put your rooks on the 7th rank, cut off the king.
So why is a 2600 GM
allowing this?
allowing
right? That
me
you're
to
thinking,
do this?
okay, there must be something wrong.
It must be a trap, yeah. Okay. I think king c1 is just good.
Yeah.
Rook d7 is decent. If I was Maxim, I maybe would have been a bit more cautious with this move of 5.
But even like if you do something else, it still might be a thing. Yeah?
Still
like,
rook d7,
yeah.
yeah? Yeah, but then the 7th rank doesn't feel so weakened. Like, for example, in this case, yeah, g5. Here, and let's say you play b6. Because I can always activate a king.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and now after f5, I can't do that. I will have to go around. Maybe it's still good, by the way. Kind of feels weird. All right.
Maybe he
So,
was just trying to like get some squares, not allow some. I don't know. Okay, I don't think White was really planning to go g4 anyways, but
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Which next game do you want to check?
That's a good question. Maybe let's check board number 6. Maybe we have
Board 6.
Alexandra Maltsevskaya playing. So she's the top female
Okay.
seed.
Maltsevskaya was doing a very good job last round,
Yeah,
holding Maxime Lagarde to a draw with the black color.
yeah, played a really good rook endgame, or very precisely. And
Yeah. Okay, let me try to find the camera.
we don't have them on the camera, so we just
Yeah, we
the
have the
overview.
overview camera and the top 4 tables. The fourth table actually zoomed in camera. Not the best quality, but at least you get to see the players.
Yep.
And in case you're new to the coverage, top boards are where this blue banner is. Right there. Maybe you can recognize one of the players. So this looks like some scotch. Could it be? So sometimes an Italian
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, some I don't know, open Italian or Scotch or something like that. Sam.
Mm-hmm. White has a beautiful control of the dark squares.
Mm-hmm.
Maltsevskaya against Kraken. And both players are on 3 points, if I remember, yeah?
Yep, exactly. So they're kind of chasing the leading pack.
Mm-hmm. Black has a beautiful knight on c4. Some pressure against the pawn on c2.
Yeah, a little bit better pawn structure.
A little bit better, but not a lot.
Not ideal for either of them.
Okay, let's go back. Scotch.
Yep. No, kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, the Scotch Gambit. The Scotch Gambit and the Scotch opening, I mean, mainly the Scotch opening used to be the pet weapon of Gary Kasparov. And pretty much with Gary retiring, I don't know any top player who's been playing it. That's a bit strange. I mean, there was this surge of popularity. Like 10 years ago, people start to explore some new ideas, and now it's basically gone again. So nobody's playing it, everybody's sticking to the proven guns like the Ra Lopez or Italian game these days is super popular, but not Scotch for some reason.
Oh,
97, the main move is 94 now.
Yeah.
So this is definitely meant to be a surprise. The point is, if white takes on d4, you lose the pawn on e5. Yes.
Because there's no pin anymore. Otherwise, the bishop is pinning.
That's why white takes. Now e5 runs into some rook e1.
Probably,
yeah. Yeah, this is how they play. It looks crazy. It looks really crazy. But look at this. This knight b8, it actually accomplishes 2 things. It protects the pawn. You want to play c5, d4 or something, and also you take control of f5 square.
Yeah, no, if you start looking at the position, you see why this move makes sense. But it's just like the funny part is that it's not the b8 knight that went to b8 as well, right? It's the other one.
Knight b3. I don't like this move. I would have thought you want to play something like this, Go for some king set, some this move. I don't know, but knight b3. Because I follow the principles. You don't want to retract well position pieces. Like,
makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, so knight e4, it's not the move I would have done. Black went for f6. So she wanted to establish a good blockade. It's understandable. Okay. Yeah. Do you like this?
I mean, I'm not sure why he wanted to do that.
Yeah, because the knight is pretty useless here.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was thinking like some knight a4 and then put that knight to that side, yeah. But I like my bishops, so especially if he had 2 of them, then.
Yeah, like there must have been something very concrete, maybe based on feelings that white will trade the bishops,
Yeah.
potentially like trade the dogs with bishops, put one knight on d4, one knight on c5, trade pair of knights, play against a bad bishop, etc. Yeah, so it's kind of understandable, even though yeah, the bishop in f6 feels to be simply better than the knight on c3.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks a bit odd, but again, it's a very concrete idea, and that's all they got here.
Mm.
All right.
So I guess both of them are waiting for the other to take the queen, on their terms.
I think actually white can take on d4, on f6, my apologies, at any time. But black most likely doesn't want to take on d4 because we're going to fix the pawn structure, play c3, trade the knights,
Exactly.
and even if we have obstacle of bishops on the board, extra pawn on the king side, it should matter in the long run. Yeah, so white is tiny bit better. There's a question in the chat, probably to me. How many hours I have practiced to become a GM? Jeez.
Did you not count all the hours?
Tens of thousands, probably. That's probably the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, by the way, Margaret, have any WGM norms?
I have one.
One.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So there's this position. Maybe let's go someplace else. I want to check some Latvians. Can I do that?
Yes.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yes, we saw one Estonian. There's no more Estonians, so we can go see Latvians.
All right. Let's check board 7. Ezra Kirk, Agnesa Terapetisiana. Agnesa had a good start.
Yeah.
She defeated, I think, somebody strong. And then she lost this terrible endgame. We happened to analyze it live.
Yeah. Well, she was outplayed a little bit, yeah, but
Yeah.
But she managed to win in the morning.
This morning, yeah?
Yes.
How many points does she have?
3.
3.
Yeah, so she,
good.
I think, yeah.
Pretty good.
And I think she's the lowest rated out of the 3-point people. So she got the highest rated 2.5-point person, basically, how it works.
Yeah, but the position for black here is totally harmless. I would play this position for the win with black. Because there's no weakness at the queen side. I don't know what Ezra was doing in opening. But typically for the Cosped, you want to push b5.
Never
you can't do that.
Yeah.
Black wants to play something like f6, king f7, g5. Slowly and carefully play at the king side, maybe. And maybe white's only idea is to be active with some f3, e4. Eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, white is not worse, but like, I would play this definitely with white. Actually, quite recent. I mean, recent is a relative term. Maybe a couple of years ago, I played a very nice game in Bundesliga. Very, very instructive game where I won from the black's perspective. It was the same pawn structure. White had doubled the pawns, and also there was a pawn on g3. I think I had healthy pawns, 3. White had double pawns. H takes on g3 was played, and double pawns here. Very, very beautiful game.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so good memories for me from the black's perspective. And this was some sort of I don't know what this was.
Some
Slav.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this setup because it's quite similar to my Reti simplified course, except the bishop typically is here on h5 with h3 included. These lines are really trendy these days. White gets the bishop pair. Actually, I think Ezra was doing really well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is an interesting decision. Using the term interesting,
Yeah.
So I would want to try to... but he just had to protect the c4 pawn, so it was out of necessity.
Maybe he didn't like knight c5
yeah.
threat, targeting the pawn. He didn't know what to do. c5 closes the queen side.
Yeah.
The pawn is under attack. So he's like, okay, open up the position, improve the bishop pair. Except There's no more bishop there.
Yep. That's
So something went wrong for Ezra.
yeah.
And here Agnes is doing really well. I could play maybe something like rook
That's the question. Where are you gonna put it?
e7. I want to here, here, here. Rook h8. That's what I want.
Okay. It. If I go knight a2, I just wanna do something concrete, but I think
Oh, you
that
want to
could
chop
push-
the bishop?
Yeah, but I think it's not gonna work then.
No, actually, it's not a bad idea. I like it. Like here, knight c3 and get the knight to
Get back?
c5.
Yep.
No, this looks something interesting.
That's why I was thinking maybe the rook should go somewhere else, but e7. You're leaving yourself some
Oh,
squares.
oh, like rook e6 maybe. And if you play knight a2, I play bishop f8 and
Yep.
b4. You can't easily play knight c3 because the pawn is under attack.
Yep.
Okay, like this is not super obvious to me because I think that most like knight a2, it can be missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, now white is a bit of a trouble. So you don't really have to play knight a2 here. But then black plays f6, king f7. Yeah, I don't know. White, of course, could also try to put the king on d3, see what happens. The position is just equal.
This thing, but probably the player playing with white, he's stronger, so he wants to make something happen. Yeah, so he's probably gonna try to push.
But you should be careful. Agnes can bite.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Agnes on board number 7. I'm glad she's doing well.
Yeah.
What else we could check?
Do we go forward? Do we go backwards?
I'll leave it to you. What do you want?
Maybe let's check the first
board, yeah?
Yes, whether actually Laurusas is in trouble or he managed to make something happen.
There's actually quite a lot of moves played, so it's a good call. Let's go back. And let's try to evaluate. How did I get here?
That's a good question. He managed to keep the pawn. So
he kept the pawn, yeah. So
this is one success, I guess. Maybe
we left it here.
Yep.
H4.
H4. Yeah.
Here. Takes. Knight g3. Yeah, the knight to the 5 is very unpleasant. Yep. These are targets. LaRouche decided to see counterplay, which okay indicates, but it's very human thing. Like this is also how many grandmasters they're wired. You always think about the counterplay. Like okay, maybe your position is a bit dubious. You want to have some targets. King f2, knight f6. Takes, and b4 and knight d7.
Yeah.
Like this part was a bit of a mystery to me. What happened here?
Yeah.
This entire sequence. So c5. Did white really have to play c3? Did he really have to play knight e5, king f2, d takes, b4? But anyway, let's focus on what we have here at the board.
So he kind of got his pieces out, yeah. But white still more active with the attacking some of the weaknesses. At least I don't know. This is a really weird position.
Yeah. Let's go back to this position. So this move b4.
Yeah.
I understand why he did this. He wants to create a pass pawn. He wants to expose the king. Put the bishop on d4.
Yeah, and then maybe the d pawn becomes a weakness at some point. Yeah.
It's a great blockade, outside pass pawn, everything. Yeah. Like I understand this.
Yep.
And I also understand why LaRouche stops this. He doesn't want to allow this to happen. What do we do? Can I take it?
Okay, I guess you take with the...
If you take with the king, I'm gonna win a pawn.
Yes, I was gonna take with the knight, but...
I guess you have to.
Yeah.
And now I start to see some unpleasant ideas.
Rook e6 or something.
Something, yeah.
It might even not do anything, but it's just kind
So
of
annoying.
like it exactly just annoying thing to see because you also can't get rid of it in any way, basically.
Yeah, there could be some rook a6 at the right moment.
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to double rooks, see what happens.
Yeah.
Black rooks are tied to defend these pawns. You take on b4, you activate white's Daxma bishop.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
What happens if black decides to sacrifice a pawn? Can he do that?
So you want to take it with a king, yeah?
Yeah. Let's say you take on c5.
Okay, yep.
But I can't even play rook b8. There's another pawn.
Yeah. And sacrificing two is a bit too much.
Hmm.
And otherwise, I think I'll manage to put my bishop to e3, d4, just a pawn up, take the e file, or even the b file. Yeah.
Yeah, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you have to take on d7 with the knight, and then we might go to something like this: takes, rook e6. I mean, it's a bit like you said, difficult to explain why rook e6, but it's just such a beautiful square.
Yeah. And I know that if I was playing with black, I would find it really annoying.
Yeah. And Gaskowski's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What else he's thinking about? Maybe he's looking for something forcing. I was also thinking about this idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Yeah, I would love to attack the knight. I would love to attack the pawn, but there's a fork.
There's a fork.
So maybe he's thinking how to properly carry it out. Like maybe takes, and this.
Okay, I bring my king, maybe.
Yeah, why we won't activate the rook, I don't know.
Yeah.
So okay, that also makes no sense.
You can also think about some, I don't know, knight c7. You kind of have to go knight f7. Sorry, knight f7. You have to go g4, but I think black it's
Knight f7.
Oh wait. Oh yes, it's a bit a long day. You're not going.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Knight e7 was played.
Yes. So he took it.
Yeah, I think we're heading for this move.
Yep.
The camera is a bit behind, I have a feeling.
Just
Let me see. It's working for you?
Yep.
Not working for me. Not working for me. All right. So knight e7, it's on the board.
Yeah.
And now it's working again, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And right now Kazakovsky's to move, and he plays something else.
So he wants concrete stuff, yeah?
G4. I saw this move. And I didn't think about it yet, because it fixes this as a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to take the pawn on h4. If you play rook h8, you're potentially giving up the pawn on g5.
Mm-hmm.
So probably h4.
Yeah.
And now maybe you play rook e6.
So he took away the opportunity for black to go any g4s or anything, yeah?
Wait. Just a second. Yeah. I understand why he did this. But should he have done this? Yeah?
I mean, maybe he didn't like something after rook e6, and maybe he thought that there's some concrete counterplay with g4 or something. But
there's always bishop 4.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. Like on a concept level, I understand perfectly, of course. Yeah. So I understand what he did is he fixes a pawn. He plays g4. He wants to win a pawn, and after h4, maybe there's some very forcing line. But what I don't like about this move, he released the rook at h7 from the duty to protect the pawn. That's what I don't like. And I'm thinking, okay, if I now play rook e6, how about black starts counterplay again.
Yeah.
That's what I start not to like. I mean, this pawn on f3 was not a target before.
Yep.
Now it's a target. And also, do not underestimate the protect the pass pawn.
Pass pawn, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a threat, potentially. Yeah. You can still probably take it. Knight c5 hits the rook.
Yeah. You really don't want to put your rook to h3 to defend the f3, so...
Yeah. Maybe there's a very concrete idea, something like a 4. Like I was thinking about this, but again, I didn't really have a chance to evaluate. And some king of 3. Maybe he wants to get to something like this.
Okay, so
sacrifice temporarily pawn, take on
h4, back,
take it here, but it kind of feels reaching a bit. I don't know. Question: does LaRussia seem surprised to you?
I just saw that he glanced over, stared him in the eye. So
at the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Valerie seems kind of bored.
Valerie?
Yeah. At
He's
least
half
on my
asleep
camera,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have a lunch and 1 hour passes. You want to have a nap. Yeah,
that's true.
It's been a very long day already.
Yeah.
This one can move something defense. It's very hard to remain sharp, and I don't like this move. The more I'm thinking, the more I don't like it. I understand why he did this, fix the pawn on g5, but again, if you look at this position without playing g4, you see the rook on h7 is tied to defend the pawn.
Yeah.
The rook on g8 is tied to defend the pawn. Are you really threatened to play g4? For example, let's say I play rook e6. Are you threatened to play g4? I don't think so. I'm going to play something like bishop 4.
Yeah. I mean, it might be that black doesn't have any other options, right? He maybe has to go for g4. Because there were no good moves.
Maybe this is still okay for black. It's very hard to tell. All right, we're going to see. I'm a commentator. I'm free to criticize. So.
Any move you wish, yeah?
Yeah. G4, I don't know. I'm not convinced. So there's this game, and let's maybe check one more game. Austenson against Zheng Zhongsheng.
Yep.
Board number 2.
Oh, so they answered the question whether they're going to close the center, keep the tension. At least some of the tension has been released. So there were some exchanges. He didn't go to the c5 positions.
He didn't play c5, yeah? After queen b7, c5 was the top choice of engine. The Norwegian decided he needs a clarity. He played queen c2.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense. Yeah,
some h4, h5 potentially.
Protected the bishop.
Takes, takes. Takes, takes. The pawn structure changes. Knight f4. Trying to control the d5 square. Queen b3, offering some trades. And black says no.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some way it makes sense, because if he would have taken it, there's still some pressure on the e6 pawn,
which is
still
pretty well
right
protected. Yeah.
But it might make sense that he, like, now there's no g3s at any point, so the knight is going to stay on f4. So
yeah, that's a monster knight. This knight is probably going to d5.
Yes. And also the queen protects the a6 pawn, I guess, which was somewhat attacked with the bishop. If the queens were to be exchanged.
Only move already. Okay, wow.
Oh.
Things must be really bad for white. Only moves already. Wait, does he want to sack the queen? After rook b8? I was wondering, where do you put the queen, because there's going to be some tempi.
So you kind of might have to, yeah?
Does he want to do this?
I mean, it looks interesting, yeah.
It's definitely interesting. I mean, it's a minimal material sacrifice. It's like a pawn only.
Yeah.
Knight e5 is going to be bishop d5. Of course, I see there's knight g6.
There's some rook c7 at some point as well, or something, yeah. computer wants to do even something more concrete.
Some
Yeah,
bishop
but-
e6 is
yeah.
incoming. No, it absolutely looks very interesting. Oh, wait. So rook b8 takes, and takes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I'm missing a fork.
Mm. Somehow it's still not that bad, yeah.
I love the bar. It's just laughing at me.
So you take d7, take something there, take something there.
Somebody has to calculate all of this. How many pieces is it? 3 minor pieces for the queen.
Something, yeah.
Should be enough.
Yeah. It also looks like white has a lot of pieces, basically.
Okay. So takes. Okay, I'm gonna ask the advice of the
Yeah, exactly.
Almighty.
Because it says that like
Knight
he's a little bit
e
better.
to g6.
Oh. So wait, voluntarily, yes, going to the place where he
Wait,
gives up two
but
rooks.
this might happen then,
Yeah.
because white has 2 rooks for the queen,
Yeah.
like healthy 2 rooks for the queen, and yet according to an engine, black is better.
I guess there are some concrete threats with like knight h3, which surprisingly might not be that easy to defend against.
Even knight g2
Yeah, that's
and
true.
knight h4
That's
and
even
bishop
more
c6.
annoying. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is one of those positions where the 2 rooks are not as strong as the queen. And
Yeah, like
wow.
if we exchanged a few of the minor pieces, then it would be a completely different story. But
Yeah, but then I think that white is very tempted to do this because everything else is just looking worse. Because, okay, maybe you can play queen c3 or queen e3. I don't know where do you put the queen. Let's say queen c3.
queen c3 probably. Yeah.
Let's say knight e5. I don't like this. Maybe there's queen f5.
Oh.
No, but it just doesn't feel right. Giving up the bishop doesn't feel right.
Exactly, yeah.
Doesn't feel right. How is this even playable for white? Like this? I don't like this. Some bishop a3, queen a3. Watch out for some knight g2 even.
Yeah.
You have to start to be very careful here. Okay, probably doesn't work immediately.
You have like bishop 2.
Yeah, it's very important. Yep. Otherwise, knight 4 is incoming with some very big attack. Rook b8 is on the board, and the big question here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Norwegian player going to sacrifice the queen? I'm sure he sees it. I'm sure he definitely saw this as an opportunity. But it's a move you cannot take back.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't have the queen, you need to.
But I also love the speed. Like, black played rook b8. You think the Gromster missed the queen sacrifice? No.
No, definitely.
There's no way he missed the queen sacrifice. Like, that's the first thing you expect. Because, you know, I've had some discussions with club level players. They think that, yeah, by the way, he did not sacrifice the queen. They think the queen sacrifice is something special.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's queen sacrifice. Yeah. But you know, when you've been playing professional chess for many years, they don't think like that. It's just another trade. It's just another trade. Yeah, queen sacrifice, whatever. So, yeah, queen for a rook and a knight and a pawn, fine, no problem. Queen for 3 minor pieces, less popular, but yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah. Also, all kinds of 2 rooks for the queen. Yeah, which is what we discussed. 2 minor pieces for the rook, etc. Like it's pretty standard. It's not like anything special. So I know that sometimes for chess fans, like giving up the queen, it feels like a cause for celebration, but
yeah,
it's at the pro level, yeah, I'm afraid pretty standard.
Yeah.
And he played a move, queen c3,
yeah.
which according to an engine is the best.
But then a little bit more boring, yeah. If we would call it that. But I mean, it also makes sense. You kind of trust your opponent that maybe it was not that good. Which, I mean, objectively, it is the best move, so the queen c3.
Okay. All right. So it's a pretty exciting game. As you can see, we have some fascinating games. Valery Kozakowski is playing against Thomas Laurusha. 2 Lithuanian grandmasters are clashing in the second round of today. Nikolai Maxim Ostense, we just talked about. Zheng Zheng. Very interesting game where white could have sacrificed the queen. He decided not to. 2 leaders already have agreed to a draw. Hare Krishnan against Tova Kainen decided to call it a day after A pretty spicy opening. The top seeded player, Frenchman Maxime Lagarde, is struggling. He's trying to score a victory with black color, but to be honest, I find it that it's going to be really hard for him to do this. And while all of this is unfolding, the viewers, we're going to make a very short break, several minutes. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Write your comments in the chat section. Please tell your thoughts about Paul Keres, Estonia, whatever is in your mind. But we'll be seeing you shortly after the break, so stay tuned. We're continuing the coverage from Parnu, where round 5 of the 7th Paul Keres Memorial is taking place. Your host, as usual, for the festival, I'm Arthurs. This is Margaret. We're Tatla players. You might have seen us before. But let's jump to the action, Margaret, and see what are the changes.
Yeah, let's go back. Do we?
Probably to the top boards, yeah?
Yes.
Because we saw this during the break. Valery Kozakowski has a very good position, some good chances against his countryman, Thomas Lavrushes. And
So something that we were discussing kind of did happen, yeah?
yeah. All right. Let's see what's happening here. So the last moves we did not see.
Yep. But we kind of discussed those ideas.
Yeah.
Here? Yes. Now rook e6. So he definitely wanted to play rook e6, but had some reason why he wanted to also include g4 before.
Yeah, fixing as a weakness.
Yep.
Rook f7, king g2. Rook f8.
Oh.
Rook h3. And now black played rook g8.
But why was
rook f8 a mistake?
Yes. So what happens if I just
take on g5?
Yeah,
push
and you
rook
take
f3?
there, and I take the other, and then you take c3, and then I'm not fast enough. Maybe. But
I don't know.
I am.
It's definitely worth a shot.
Yeah, you need to calculate this, yeah?
Takes.
Like the g-pawn can actually become dangerous quite fast.
Yeah, but also your king is kind of in the harm's way. I'm not entirely sure about this.
Well, and Kosakowski was also not entirely sure. Well, since he didn't do it, but...
Yeah. Also, there's this, again, this f4 move. I was looking at this. To use the pawn as an umbrella.
Get a take.
To play king f3. But maybe after f4, black could even sacrifice the exchange. Takes and takes.
And now actually the protected pass pawn on h4 might become relevant at some point.
Yeah, so this was not so clear. And by the way, I saw whoever posted this in the chat that why not rook h3? There's an answer to you. Rook h3 was played. Engine doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Looks pretty human. And also, Lavrushes just played rook g8. He offers a repetition. Rook h1, rook f8, let's repeat. But I don't think it's going to happen if goes white already invested.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if this would have happened maybe, like, I don't know, 15 moves ago, it could have happened, but now they've already played. I think Kosakowski realizes he got at least something out of it, for sure, so now he's definitely interested to try to push for more.
Yeah. Okay. I really want to play f4.
Yeah, I've seen you've tried to play it at every position here, so
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Why not? Because you can't take twice on f4 with the rook.
I'm still gonna take, I think.
Probably have to take it. Like, I'm not sure if you have to, but let's say you have to.
Yeah, this is the first one you calculate for sure.
King of 3.
Okay.
Is this silly?
I don't know. Well, I'm not sure I have time for that, but okay, you want to take with a check, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking I just protect my h4 pawn and like I wanted to go rook h8, which I understand is not the most active square.
Here, yeah?
Yeah, but just to, like, protect it, be like, I am essentially a pawn up. I know I'm gonna probably lose at least one of them, but...
I gotta confess. I would not ever play this myself. But it just looks so tempting, this f4 idea, because the pawn in f3 is constantly a target.
Yeah.
A rook h1 is going to be rook f8. The rook on h3 feels weird.
Yeah.
Maybe you can try to play rook h1, rook f8, rook f1.
But then you have to calculate some h3 moves.
h3, king g3.
Yeah, I'll go.
I want to take on g5.
Yeah. If I go h2, then you're gonna go rook h6.
Oh, h2.
Yeah, I have some clever tricks, but I think you go rook h6 and I'm gonna lose it.
You know, there's another move I noticed. There's at some point some knight f6 here. With some knight e4. And whatever is this position. It's some total chaos.
Yeah.
You take on g5, I play knight e4, some exchange sacks, etc. Like, a very, very chaotic. So maybe like this is also the reason why Kazakowski feels more confident that it belongs on h3. You're blocking the h pawn.
Yeah. And then you need to make progress, eh?
But how do you continue? Like you want to press this pawn.
Yeah, but like rook h6, rook h5 is way too artificial, I think.
How about bishop e3?
Mm-hmm.
You want to win a pawn.
Yep. That's concrete. d4 you have to think, yep.
You definitely have to include it in your calculations. So takes and takes.
Yep.
The pawn structure once again changes.
I think now if I get my knight to d5, then I'm kind of happy, eh?
Yeah. I don't know, like this pawn on g5 is... It's so difficult to evaluate things with this pawn on g5. Is it the strength? Is it the weakness? Because if the pawn falls, so the pawn on h4 is a goodbye.
Yeah.
So let's play d5. And
okay.
Whatever is this? Maybe there's some rook e4, f4 again.
If I go knight f6, you can... There we go, rook e5.
Rook e5.
Yeah. I give you that square.
Not very clear. So how did this happen? I mean, this is the position. We're talking about bishop e3. Because what's the other choice?
Yeah.
The choice is maybe go back to this position, rook h1.
You might repeat, and then you actually start thinking about those things. Yeah.
About this position.
Yeah.
Whatever is this. Like, it looks a bit scary, but...
That's when this extra 40 minutes almost.
Maybe play this. Give up the pawns at the queen side, roll forward the g-pawn. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the other alternative is this. Sorry, rook h1 and take on g5. The other one is bishop e3. Rook a6, king b7 doesn't accomplish anything.
I mean, you can go rook d6 after that, yeah.
Ah, you mean here,
Try
yeah?
to trick a little bit. Yeah, now I want to go to d6.
Well, let's say, okay, even if you accomplish this, you know, I'm going to take on b4. Take on b4 and play something solid knight b6.
Yeah.
So what's so special about it? Yeah, I mean, I'm about to play knight c4.
Oh, and I can't go bishop c3 or e3.
I don't like this rook on h3.
Same.
Like, that's why, again, we go back to this moment he played this g4. I had a feeling, it's just not right. And Valerie is a great player, but I think it's tiredness. Like, the second round of the day, everybody's tired.
Yeah, because also yesterday we had 2 games, so...
Yeah. Yesterday 2 games, today 2 games. And I think the players are really waiting for tomorrow to recharge the batteries, because the tournament schedule is rough. And like, if you have one long game, like which happened the previous round between Kenanen against Kazakowski, it can really influence the way you play.
For sure.
So there's no more moves. Yeah, after rook g8, Kazakowski is thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of time, so he can try to invest it.
And also, you know, when we speak from Kazakowski's perspective, if it made sense to agree to draw, he should have done this
for sure
at the opening phase.
Yeah, it would have, like, Laurus's would have agreed.
Yeah, by the way, bishop e3 is on the board, a very human move. And tomorrow there's a free morning.
Yeah.
So you can recover. Okay, everybody has a very hard day today, but it's a critical game. You're playing against one of the main competitors. You're a professional, so you always fight until the very end.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so it would be really weird to like agree to a draw.
Yeah. I'm also not entirely sure if d4 is some mandatory move. Perhaps even takes is a move. Takes and just play king b7. Probably it's also kind of playable.
I mean, I still want to go.
Or maybe knight b6.
Yeah.
Knight b6, yeah. And knight b6 is rook e5. Oh, wait, maybe not. Sorry, you were saying.
No, I was thinking that if you go king b7, then I can still do no, after takes king b7, I can still do the rook to 6 thing, and I'm
Yeah.
The rook endgame might be holding. If you go knight b6, I might take it, but
Oh, you mean this one?
yeah, like I guess you have enough counterplay now with the actually protected pass pawn, and the g5 pawn is not that easily weak, but a pawn is a pawn, maybe.
I agree. But to be honest, the more I'm looking at this, I think that this is very clean. Takes and knight b6. Without any adventures. Protect everything. You're eyeballing the c4 square. Rook e5 is concretely knight c4. You can't do this. You can't take on g5. There's a check on e3. So it's a very concrete move. But obviously it's still continuous. Let's say rook h1.
Yeah.
And again, you have to evaluate a lot of things very quickly. Can I play knight c4?
Yeah.
Can I give up the pawn on a7?
Yeah.
What happens after rook a8?
And
there's no good checks, yeah?
Yep.
Rook a2 is coming, and also the pawn f3 is in
black
trouble.
is the one who is in charge.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I like. Also, d4, c takes on b4 is the thing. But I kind of like the simple c takes on b4.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, also looking at the positions that came after those.
All right.
Lucas doesn't have too much time to think about all of it, so he needs to make a decision.
Second board.
Yep.
Second board. Ostensen against Zheng Zhongyang.
Yep.
What do we have here? It seems the black is taking over the game.
Yeah, they exchanged the dark square bishops in a way that we did analyze, I think, with the queen a5 and then exchanging on a3.
And this is what we looked at, yeah?
Yep.
Queen c3, knight e5. By the way, the viewers, in case you were remembering, there was this potential queen sack, bishop d6. But we figured that it's a bit dangerous for white, and I'm sure that Nikolai saw this opportunity. Knight e5, queen e5, the only move. Takes on bishop b5.
Okay.
Bishop takes on d5.
So apparently it was all okay, but the last move is a bit questionable, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, but those knights are pretty scary.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of one of them, at least. The bishop on b5 doesn't bother you, kind of, but then again...
I mean, there is a fork, yeah.
There's some fork.
Knight e2. So with what do you take with queen?
Probably with queen.
Yeah.
Queen d5?
Some knight e3 maybe, because I'm not sure what that knight there is doing right now.
Nothing.
Yes. I guess knight h3 is it immediate knight h3 something, or it's you run away and then I keep attacking the... Yep.
You're just winning a pawn. G takes, take on f3.
Yep. Which means that knight e3 is not working.
Yeah, you're correct. Knight e3 does not work. This is a fork. This is a fork.
And h3 is also kind of a threat then as well.
Not yet. Not yet.
Ah, the queen is protecting. That's true.
Not yet. But it might be. Like if your queen leaves, let's say queen c5, then knight h3 is, of course, a threat. How about I try to harass your queen?
Okay, I have to go back. Yeah, I want to keep on that diagonal. Because now you have another fork to worry about on d3.
Yeah, maybe... Does it work?
Are you going to select exchange?
No, I mean, I wanted to do some intermezzo moves, but they probably don't work. Rook b5, knight e1, rook b8, there's knight f3. So it doesn't work. What I try to do with white, I try to somehow consolidate my position, like bring it together so that it looks logical. Queen a8 could happen.
Some rook c7, trying to get some counterplay.
That makes sense, yeah. That definitely makes sense. And there's a very good chance it's going to follow like this. But what I find quite interesting is that the Chinese grandmaster is not responding. Is he really considering e takes on e5? Really?
I mean, maybe, but then the question is, why is the queen on a8? Yeah,
No,
the whole purpose of the
makes
queen
no
was
sense.
to put some pressure on the diagonal.
That makes no sense. I think you have to take with the queen.
Because also taking with the knight makes no sense, because the knight on f4 is really good.
Yeah.
It is creating all the threats. I mean, e6 pawn is kind of hanging in that case anyway, so.
Of course, he took with the queen. There's still rook c7 in some lines.
Immediately as
Yeah,
well,
like
yeah.
immediately or after rook c5, rook c7. And I'm sure that Nicola looked at this position that the bishop on b5 can be a bit annoying. There's two fork ideas, but he decided that eliminating the knight is the way to go. And if one of them wins, then this means that this player is potentially becoming either a sole leader, or one of the few leaders with 4.5 points.
Yes, because two of the players who are sharing the first place right now, they already did a draw, so they can't.
Yeah, board number 3.
Yes, exactly.
Our Krishnan against Ova Kainanen was a quick draw.
So if anyone wins on the first two boards, they become either the sole or one of the two people.
All right.
Sharing the first place.
By the way, a small update on the game Kazakowski against Lavrushias. Lavrushias did push d4. And White responded bishop d2. So let me just show you very quickly. This is the current position. It's really strange. No, I think it's tiredness, nothing else. Maybe it's just tiredness. Yeah. Like, okay, we're definitely going to go back to this game at some point later, but let's continue observing the games. I would love to check the game. One of the Estonians is playing board 4, Ilya Haitin against Maxime Lagarde, the top-seeded player. We haven't checked it for a while, where the Frenchman is trying to do something in this rook game, but it doesn't look he's going to succeed. Okay, let's see first.
Well, they've exchanged one pair of the rooks. I mean, he does have some, like, activity, yeah? If you compare the two positions, then black's pawns and king are a bit more active. But it's an equal rook engine. Is this enough?
Like, okay, he has 4 pawns on the 5th rank.
It looks pretty, great. Right?
It's great. Also, you see he has fixed the queen side. The pawn is on a6. White cannot easily probably trade the queenside pawns. I think he's doing a pretty good job so far. Rook b4. I think if you play this, you need to watch out for b5. This rook is arrested.
And even if even c4 doesn't really help, because I can go rook c5 and it's still trapped.
Yeah. Rook c5. The king can go over here. a5. Any pawn in game is a bit risky for white because there's a double pawn. So you can't really do this. Let's say takes and takes and might be just over. You know, I actually once lost a game like this. It was I got trapped my rook on, also I think on b4. It was also some sort of an endgame. I played very inaccurate rook b4, and then I suffered the end of the game, and I lost it. Painful memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think another thing that's kind of important is that they were having around the same amount of time. But Maxime's been playing quite quickly, whereas Ilya has, spent quite a bit of time. So it might become relevant, those 20 minutes. That's the time difference right now. Ilya has 20 minutes remaining. It's ticking down. Because they're probably I think Maxime's going to create a position where there's at least a few questions to ask, where White has to be pretty accurate. So he should have at least some time at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I think Maxime is doing a very good job so far. Like, getting some sort of a game. He's expanding at the king side. He's getting a lot of space.
Yeah.
White can't easily liquidate into a draw. I was also thinking, can you play something like h4?
Okay, I'll probably try to keep the things on the board. Makes sense.
g4 and g3. Like, I try to understand, do I need to do this? Probably, I think I do.
Okay, I'll go king d5 maybe.
King d5 and start to give you checks. But I'm not sure if I want to trade rooks.
What is the situation with opponent games? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably reject and just sit and do nothing. Because the rook on the 4th rank is defending against any f4.
Mm-hmm.
At least this is something I could try to understand. Maybe black can go back, attack this pawn with rook b5, provoke b4. I think this kind of makes sense for white.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, black is going to play... I don't know what black is going to play. Like g4, f4, king f5, e4.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you start actually getting a little bit nervous. You're like, okay, those pawns are coming. I am doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I mean, objectively, of course, the position is a draw. Like, if white does nothing criminal, he should be able to draw this. But from a practical point of view, I think that Lagarde is doing really well, considering that his opponent traded off all the pieces after the opening. Yeah. He's managed to pose some problems. And, yeah. So, the pre-tournament favorite might still score a victory here. I suppose we are going to see. Let's move on. Yep. Maybe more games. Maybe you see somebody you would love to see.
Let's see how many.
Or we can also go back to some Latvians.
I mean, sure. We can, because we checked the Agnesa's game for a little bit.
So yeah, let's check Agnesa again.
There. Yeah.
Ezra Kirk, Agnesa Teravatisiana. All right. Okay. So this is the current position. We don't have the camera feed for that, so let me enable the overview cam.
I mean, it's not like so many things have changed compared to when we last saw it.
But what has made a progress? Because before knight c5 is happening.
Yep.
And we left it here.
Somewhere there. Yeah, the rook was attacked.
Rook e6
was played, yeah.
h4, f6.
Yes.
She did everything as she's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a bad move. White also improves the knight. I don't know about that.
Maybe she's just looking for a move to play, kind of thing. Looks like that.
What is the idea of rook h7? I don't get it.
No, all the pieces started going back. Good.
I don't like this move. I mean, objectively, it's not a terrible move, but I think she wanted to double the rooks, but the pawn is easily defended with bishop g3.
Yeah.
And white is playing from a position of strength, just like that. Wait. Can we go back to this position?
Yes.
Right here.
Yep. So I should struggle to find a pawn here, I guess.
So what would you tell to somebody who is playing the Kosput? What's the rule? Do you play the Kosput structure yourself?
Yeah, from time to time, I guess.
So what is the main rule? Do you know this? I'm sure you know this,
I'm sure,
but maybe you know which rule.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know which rule I'm referring to.
Yes.
Sorry for scaring you. So I do think in the Kosput structure, you always position the knight on d3 and knight on d6.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm thinking, white is clearly aware of this. You want to put the knight on d3.
It makes sense.
And for black, it should be knight e6. Yeah. So why don't I play knight e6? Knight b6, knight c1, knight c8, knight e3, bishop d6. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's super logical. You trade off the bishops, takes, and there's the knight on d6.
Yeah.
And now there's no issues with the pawn on b7. Yeah? And then you figure out what to do. Like, I don't know, get the king here, maybe king b5, whatever, try to attack.
Yeah.
The pawn, maybe you can think about doubling the rooks here because now the bishop is gone. So I think what Agnesa should have done is recognize that this is the Kosput structure.
Yeah.
Get the knight on d6 and see what happens. And instead what she did, she went for the obvious target. So white did get the knight on d3. Bishop e7, because there's no bishop d6, obviously. b4, knight e6. That's not the place for the knight.
Yep.
That's not the place for the knight, because there's a very good reason why the knight belongs on d6. And I'm afraid that for Agnesa, things could go a bit wrong here, because let's say she plays something like rook h8, and white's gonna
Mm-hmm.
play knight c5. How do you defend the pawn?
Yeah, go knight d8 or
Yeah,
something.
it's such a
But
terrible move.
yeah, because there was no reason for her to, like, if you can compare the positions with knight d8 compared to like knight on d6, then it's a different knight, eh?
Yeah, and if she has to take on c5, well, it's gonna be a long game. Because
Mm-hmm.
white can play rook d3, rook b3, rook b4, double the rooks, put it here, play f3, e4, and it's a pressure for a very long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not sure about, okay, maybe you don't give up the bishop, you give up the knight,
Knight.
but
Yeah.
it's the same. Like
Yeah.
takes, double the rooks, put one b3, put one b4.
Mm-hmm.
This pawn is very difficult to defend.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point play f3, e4. All of this is pretty standard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even though the Angel says that she's doing fine, and maybe it's fine, but I don't like this idea that she allowed white to carry out knight c5, because if you look at this position, which was like 10 moves ago,
Mm-hmm.
this was the position.
Yeah. And we did like actually Black's position.
Yeah.
Like, we saw a lot of ideas what she could
Yeah.
try to do.
I think she had to get the knight on d6 as quickly as possible. So, okay, these moves are not a mistake.
Yeah.
Like f6, king f7, here.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the knight on d6 as quickly as possible. Knight b6, knight c8, or maybe start even with something like this. Let's say white start to reroute the pieces.
No.
Knight b6, knight c1, knight c8, knight e3, bishop d6. If white plays knight c5, you can play rook e7, but even here you can probably trade and play a good knight against a bad bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Knight a7, knight b5, it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference, I guess, is also that like the B pawns now are still doubled, so white didn't actually fix their pawn structure by taking on c5.
So yeah, that's my word of advice to Agnesa, that she has to work on the Kospet structures. Right? But what was the opening, by the way? It was maybe she doesn't know this because this was the Slav, and maybe
Yeah.
she's not really used to the Kospet. It could be,
Yeah.
because this was some Slav defense, and they just got to the Kospet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still, the position is pretty okay for the Latvian.
Yeah.
And who do we else check?
Do you want to see other Latvians or?
Sure. Let me check. Ilze Berzina is playing against Jakob Templengrave.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're playing right next to, pretty close to this board.
Mm-hmm.
Ilze is a woman grandmaster, several times Latvian champion, longtime member of women's national team. I don't think she plays professionally though, but maybe it has changed in the past years.
Mm.
And she is suffering. I don't like this position for white. So Grave, I think, is doing really good job. These knights,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what they do for white.
Yeah.
Black has a beautiful blockade. The pawn on e3 is a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe try to, I don't know, take on d5, put the knight on f4. But even then, I'm preferring black position.
Yeah.
And both of them, they have 2.5 points out of 4. That's correct?
Yes, 2.5 points. So.
Wait, in the previous round, Grave didn't win this endgame against Heighten.
Yeah, I didn't check the game, but I heard that it was like he did get the pawn, he outplayed, but then he pushed the pawn a bit too much, allowed some kind of fortress, wasn't able to like press through anymore. And then he also must have. I also did a draw against Krivonosov.
Yeah, I really like how Jakob was playing so far. Like the way he was playing against Kazakowski, one mistake. He was finding a lot of resources, making the Grandmaster sweat, and also this endgame. Like until a certain point, he was playing against Heighten. He was putting a lot of pressure. So that's a name to watch out for. But Ilze, he played a draw against Krivonosov, and who else?
She lost the first game. So
the first game.
Yeah, against like a lot lower rated opponents. So then she got 2 a bit weaker opponents.
Okay, all right, I see.
Yeah.
Probably didn't really get in the rhythm yet, because I don't think she was playing in the Latvian Championship, because quite recently in Latvia concluded Latvian Women Championship. It was a separate event this time, pretty much for the first time, it was organized separately from the Open or the men's event. It was won by Maria Kuznetsova for the second year in a row. Okay. So Ilza is having a bit problems here. I would probably start by dealing with this knight.
Yeah, that's the question. Do you take it immediately?
And some knight h5.
Knight h5, try to get it to f4.
Oh, wait, I'm dropping the pawn f5. Sorry, my mistake. I didn't see this.
Oh, so he has to take
Queen
the
d5.
queen. Yep.
And now
Still
knight
same
h5.
thing.
Does this make sense?
I mean, definitely some sense, right? So, I don't...
At least that's the principle I always follow. When you
Yeah.
don't know what to do, improve the pieces. Yeah, so here,
Yes, exactly.
knight f4, takes, takes.
I think you want to keep the bishop for the time being.
And something like this.
Threaten with some ideas of going g5 at some point.
Eventually.
Yep.
And maybe seek some counterplay at the c file, some rook c1, double the rooks, rook c5, rook e5, maybe. See what happens. Maybe there's some b6, rook c3, etc.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, probably.
Okay, we're kind
and we're getting
going
there.
towards at least some of it. And I think knight h5 also makes a lot of sense. Right? Like it's because otherwise, yep, exactly, played.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good choice by Ilza. She's a very pragmatic player.
Mm-hmm.
Knows where to position the pieces, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The knight on h3, knight on g3 don't do much, so you start with the pieces that you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And she's on the right track.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Do we go back to that?
I think so.
Up? Yep.
I think so. We have to make again full circle.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's more changes in the game of Kozakowski against Larushas. Larushas is down to the last 6 minutes already, ladies and gentlemen.
Against 51.
Wow. Okay.
So they did exchange in some way the pawn in the center. White got his rook back to h1.
We last saw this position right here.
Yep. And d4 was played, so this was also mentioned, and then bishop d2, which was a bit weird, yeah?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought c6 and d4 was the more tempting choice. Black took twice. Played knight b6.
Which also makes sense.
Looks logical. Heading to f4. Rook e5. Stopping knight e5 from happening. Rook d7, improve the pieces. Rook h1, improve the pieces. And rook d4. There we go.
Okay, so there's... The g5 pawn is still somewhat weak, but you can't really attack it yet. You would want to put your bishop somewhere to be able to attack, but... But actually, where do you put your bishop? Because I don't want to allow black to go... Yeah, there, or rook d2 check as well.
Black looks alright, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I saw, of course, the valuation bar dropping a bit. It was, I think, after d4, bishop d2 takes and takes. Apparently, black would have done something better. Which is, let me advise, with Stockfish, what was it? Rook f4.
Immediately. But this is a weird move because you're sacrificing the pawn. Maybe.
Yeah, but there's some very concrete ideas. Rook a4. Yeah, it's not so easy. Rook e2, knight c5. You kind of get the better version. Yeah, so LaRoche's kind of missed it. He played captures, which is a small inaccuracy according to engine standards.
Knight b6 makes sense.
Knight b6 is logical. Rook e5. Rook d7. Rook h1. Rook d4. And, okay, I have the engine on. Rook c1 check. King d7. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Rook e7, rook b7. Suddenly the king is for black in the harm's way here.
Oh. No, but this also looks scary, so... Like, from a human perspective, yeah, if you allow rook e7, have to go king d8, then...
Why did he play king d7?
That's a good question, yeah.
Why not king b7?
Because it feels a bit safer there.
Much safer, yeah? It's like it's protected by the knight with the
Yeah.
pawn. Yeah. He played, maybe again he missed rook e7. So wait, rook e7, king d8, the bishop is under attack. So there's this rook b7 idea. You can't take the bishop, there's going to be a check.
Yep.
You gotta sense this is dangerous.
Okay, and if I go like rook g6 or something, is there a direct checkmate?
Oh, you want immediately to checkmate.
Ah, okay, you just win the rook maybe somehow. No.
I was thinking I could just give you a check.
Yeah, that's check.
Here. And if I totally find nothing, maybe there's also this move.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds
So
of
I was thinking
discovered
like
checks.
one of the rooks is gonna drop probably.
Yeah, like how do you actually avoid discovered check?
Mm.
No, I think that LaRusha just made a horrific mistake. This king d7. The question is, does he see this? Look at this. Look at Kozakowski. He's right now looking at this. Yeah, he is looking at the line. Rook e7, king d8, rook b7. Wait a second. Are you sure about this?
He definitely looks interested now. So
Yeah.
At some point he was
I
a
think
bit
he's gonna do
bored,
this
but
because
yeah,
yeah,
of course. I mean, if you see the check, you also kind of you are gonna play it, right?
yeah. LaRusha knows he messed up. I think by now he knows because now his king is in a harm's way. So for a player of Kozakowski's caliber, it took like a couple of minutes to figure it out.
I mean, he has all the time he needs. Him.
Yeah, rook b7. Well, this was pretty much a misstep on an equal ground because there was no reason for black to do this. Once again, rook c1 check, king b7. It just feels okay. Maybe you're slightly worse, but
I mean, compared to what it was before, it's
worse.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he was afraid of this move, bishop b7.
Yeah, but okay, and then the counterplay that we talked about. Does it with rook d2?
First, there's rook d2.
Yeah.
Second, there's always rook d5. Like that's the kind of position you want to check a bit, like a bit further. But you're right completely. Like this is definitely a move. King h3, you're thinking about some counterplay, it's pawn f3, yeah, some rook f2, some rook d3, or some pins. There's so many interesting things to consider. And yeah, LaRusha's played king d7 in 22 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have too much time, but okay, he still had some, yeah?
He had some, yeah.
And rook b7 as well is on the board.
Of course.
And the more computer thinks, the more it likes it for white.
I think black is just lost immediately.
Yeah.
Because, okay, double escalade move. I think that's a bit overstatement. But this is the threat.
Yeah.
This is a threat. Yeah. And after rook e1, the king is not where it wants to be. So, for you?
That's the question. What is even the move, yeah?
How do you defend against, the first threat is how do you defend against rook b8?
Well, you can't move your king. Maybe the very obvious thing.
Maybe knight e7?
Okay.
I just think... Oh, wait, I just...
There should be something.
Yeah, there should be something.
Like...
Check. I don't immediately see, by the way.
Yeah, maybe no immediate.
If I take on a7, you take on b4, the b8 square is protected. Ah, wait.
Okay, if I go rook c7...
Rook c7?
Yeah. Okay, maybe not that accurate, but still good enough. Yeah, I was thinking I'll take the knight. Now I will...
I mean, okay, you are having an extra pawn rooks in the 7th rank, but somehow black kind of feels alive. Wait. Knight e7, at least it gives you some chances.
Yeah, that's the question.
Engine, though, is saying no, it's...
There's like it's completely like losing, I guess. Well, maybe the issue is that like if I just go, I don't know, like I go a3, I want to go rook c7 next move.
Some quiet move.
Yeah, you don't have any checks on the last rank. There's no way for your rook to get there. Just trying to do it easier.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, A3. Because yeah, I like it. Like you keep your strength in the position. You don't force things. The pawn is still under attack. You want to take. You want to double the rooks. It's a great move.
Yeah.
The king is in the harm's way. You want to take here. The weaknesses for
Yeah.
black don't go anywhere.
Yep.
I like it. Yeah, A3. Okay, so Larushas is in a big trouble here. He might go down, and Kazakowski might become the sole leader. Before we go back to this game, I would like we check what are the developments in this game. I would like to check what's happening in the game of Ostensen against Zheng Zhongzheng.
Because there was some action there as well. And kind of things that we were discussing, at least similar things happened, yeah, because white was aiming for some counterplay with rook c7.
Okay. So, what we did not see? Queen d5, immediately rook c7.
Yeah, which might be smarter because if you go rook c5, maybe he protects against the c7 move.
If you say so.
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, rook e8, stopping queen e7. Seems reasonable. King h2. Queen d8. And rook c1.
So queen d8 was against... Or like, why did...
I think he wants to play knight e5.
Okay.
Get rid of this rook. It kind of bothers
Makes
him.
sense.
Otherwise, you know why it's gonna park
Yeah.
there the rook.
Yeah.
There's some pressure. So queen e3, knight h6, whatever. Yeah, you could see a lot of threats. And let's say I do this right now. I don't think you can play rook a7. There's gonna be queen b8 or queen b6, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe queen b6 is a bit more.
No, I mean it's a queen b8 is a check.
Ah, it's a check. I didn't even
so
see.
You just
I was thinking just to trap the rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then after knight e5, you have to fall back. Very far, like here.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And then the game continues, something like queen b8, king g1, queen f4, and on and on and on. So black has beautifully placed pieces, white is very solid, maybe knight e3, not it's quite balanced. This position looks quite balanced. Both players are trying to be aggressive. The rook on the 7th rank.
Yeah.
And
yeah, nothing traumatic on the clock as well, so it's...
Yeah, like 60 minutes each.
Yeah.
And there is a development. In the game of Thomas Larochas against Valery Kozakowski.
I think there's only one move made, yeah? No, 2 moves made, actually.
Let's go back.
Those players, they need a rest day as well, yeah? they do need this morning off.
Okay. So, rook b7, rook e8. This was the position.
Okay, so he tried to still create some counterplay somehow.
Makes sense. Did we talk about this position? I'm not sure.
No, we were... Yeah, no, I don't think we talked about rook e8, yeah?
No, we did not. According to an engine, king f2 is a mistake. But pretty much strictly because of this move. Okay. Which is super logical.
Yeah,
just basically a checkmate.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to play rook d6.
Yep.
And oh, this is so cute. Check, takes, check, here, check, and you collect material.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
But this is also very straightforward, though, no? Like
it is very straightforward.
If you see it, then it's a kind of forced line.
Okay, I mean, black still saves himself with some ridiculous knight e5, rook d5, and king e6. And then you lose the rook game anyway after takes, and rook g8.
Yeah.
And Kozakowski played king f2 in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds. He didn't spend the time.
I guess his point was that like nothing's really changed. They still have a good position. You still, I guess, can't take on b4 because of that same idea that the rook is gonna drop.
Sure.
So his logic was just like, okay, nothing's changed. I just protect against threat. You still have some issues, but okay, black gets another move, yeah?
Yeah, but black does get another move. How about something like rook e6 here? Walk away from this last rank, protect the knight, be down a pawn, go for some activity. Like I'm thinking.
I think rook e6 happened as well, yeah?
Yeah? Oh, already happened, yeah. Yeah, rook e6 happened, h3. Now the bishop was under attack. Because I think, again, we have to show this, yeah? So same idea, of course, but in case somebody doesn't understand, rook b4, rook b8 check, king d7, rook d1.
Yep.
You see, you're dropping the rook on e8. You can't do this. But the point is, Kazakowski could have done it immediately. He could have played bishop c3. Immediately. I guess, or maybe he missed it, yeah? So this sequence, once again, here, here, here. Yeah, it's such a sneaky move.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of protected, and you have to do this anyway. Very beautiful. And the rook d3. Play by black. Here comes counterplay.
Yeah. And there is no concrete checkmate anymore, so. Okay, the position is still very good for white, yeah, objectively. But
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I see the bar, but
yeah,
suddenly
exactly.
I see there's some counterplay. You can't win the back rank because of the back rank. The rooks are gone.
Yep.
I see that black is about to activate the pieces, play something like rook e3, because rook f6 probably drops the rook with bishop e7.
Yep.
So visually, it's not so clear.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess the question is also, can you take on a7 or can you not take on a7? Is the counterplay.
Okay, let's check it up.
Because if you can take it, then it's a pawn, yeah?
It's a pawn.
The idea was that if you go rook e3, I can go rook f7, I think.
Yeah.
At the very least, protect the pawn.
There's rook f7, correct.
Yep.
But black suddenly might activate his pieces, some sort of a knight e5. Watch out. I'm not sure about this at all.
Okay.
Like knight e5, bishop a5, king e8. Here, oopsie.
Yeah, I might get nervous.
Wait.
Yeah.
You might just lose this. Suddenly there's like 3 pieces for black hunting your king. Which, by the way, you could do immediately. Knight e5. So after this move,
yep.
You could play knight e5. This is a back rank mate.
Oops.
Checkmate.
Yep.
You can't do this, yeah? But the idea of knight e5, it remains in some lines. So rook a7, by the way, was played by Kazakowski.
Okay.
And what do we expect?
So rook e3 was the thing,
rook e3.
But there appeared to be something then concrete wrong with this because the bar jumped.
I see also move bishop d2.
Okay.
Meaning you can't take it, there's king e3,
Yeah,
and if you take it, I play king e2 and I take on g5.
Yeah.
Feels really good, by the way. And there could be some mate again. But it's not on b6, somehow holds the position together. But, like, that's the kind of position I want to sit here for a while and try to understand. And Kazakowski is playing very fast.
Yeah.
Like, unusually fast. Because
he's playing on the time, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, but you still have, like, 40 minutes, 45.
Yeah, true. But Larousse has only one, so he's playing, like, playing against the time then, I guess.
Yeah. So there's no other moves, is there? No, knight e5 loses by force.
Yep.
Rook f6 drops the rook with bishop e7.
Yep. Yeah, okay, I think he also
rook e3
did that as well. Yep.
And I think it's bishop d2 here. It could be some other moves. Could be also bishop c5. Bishop c5, rook f3, king d2. But you have to watch out for some knight e5. I think that Kazakowski feels he's very close. Crazy game, to be honest. Let's stay here for a while.
Yeah. Because with the tempo that they...
Yeah, by the way, the camera is quite lagging behind. Let me see if I can restart this.
Yeah, if we refresh.
It's probably from my end.
Yep.
There's a bit of a delay. On your everything's
Yeah,
good, yeah?
yeah, I can see that the camera itself is
Right.
working.
Rook e3. What else? Let's see the updates from the other games. Austenson against Zhang Zheng. It's about balanced. Both players are down to the last 15 minutes.
Actually, wait, I think we should stay on this one because I saw the moves on the camera, but what?
I'm sorry.
Okay, we can go there, yes.
I'm sorry. There's a. If this is correct, I'm seeing a very big development. Board number 4. So let's go immediately there, unless it's some digital error. Maxime Lagarde has seemingly blundered something, and Ilya Khaitin is winning. How on
Wait,
earth
what?
did that happen?
But this is a little bit insane, no?
It is insane.
Like,
It is
what
totally
happened?
insane.
Because he also has 37 minutes.
So he's just up a pawn, and Black's entire queenside is falling apart.
Yeah.
Is this real?
I mean, we have the camera, I guess, on them, so we can also see whether.
Yeah, it seems to be quite real. Wait a second. So this is the position. Let me now show you what we missed. So remember this position. We talked about h4.
3.
h4,
Yep.
g4, f4.
Yep. Okay, so he tried to do something very concrete, which.
He tries to defend. Okay, g takes. Okay, whatever. G takes, rook c6, rook a1. Okay. So pretty sure he missed this. Rook b6, b4. Oh, there comes the counterplay at the g file. King d5, rook g1, a5, rook g5. Suddenly was like, okay, just a second, I'm going to play for the win. Oh no, f4, king d3. That was what was missed by the Frenchman. You can't take it. There's going to be c4. And after king d6,
the opponent might be winning him.
you might just. Are you sure, actually?
No.
I mean, maybe just take it and then play here.
I can't. Yeah, because my rook is trapped, yeah.
The rook is trapped.
Mm-hmm.
He just feels lost. So the Frenchman played a5. He thought that white castle take on a5, there's going to be rook b2, and suddenly white just takes the pawn for free. Wow, this is really insane. Rook d2, king d5, rook king takes on the4, rook c2, rook takes on h5. Just like that. Khaitin has 2 extra pawns, and he's about to take down the top-seeded player.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And also the speed that they did this with. That's just real weird.
Look at Maxime. He's like, can't believe this.
He just hates.
He just hates chess right now.
Exactly.
Well, Ilya Khaitin can bite. I can
Mm-hmm.
definitely confirm. And for the Frenchman, well,
I mean, now he's basically, if he wants to get back to the top, he has to win every single
all the
game.
games.
Yeah, exactly.
All the games until the very end. But I mean, he did this to himself, really.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have to go back again to this critical moment right here, after this f4. I think he lost a sense of danger. He was like, I'm the only one who is playing for the win. You know, let me take, play rook c6, seek some counterplay. You have to defend. And boom, suddenly comes Khaitin. He plays, no, wait a second. I have a lot of counterplay here.
Yep.
And you do know what? Mistakes come in pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so rook b6, b4, king d5, rook g1. Suddenly white is asking a lot of questions. There's a second mistake, probably. No, right here, a 4.
Yeah.
So he played a 4 in 19 seconds. 19 seconds. Missing king d3. And
Yeah.
that's all she wrote.
Wow.
That's cruel.
Yeah.
Potentially, this could be one of the biggest upsets, if not the biggest upset so far of the tournament, because Ilya is rated 2270 something and Maxime is 2620.
Yep.
Disastrous tournament for the Frenchman, but That's professional chess to you. So Ilya definitely senses an opportunity here. Maybe it's also a chance for the Estonian to make some norms.
Yeah,
Does he have any GM norms or IM norms?
I don't think he has any GM norms. I don't know about the IM ones, but I think also that he hasn't had the rating above 2400 at any point. So, but I mean, definitely a chance. Yeah, he's been playing well.
All right, all right. So things are getting a bit exciting here. He's a bit in a time scramble here.
Yeah.
So he can't get up. Look at this. Yeah, he is feeling this might be one of his biggest victories of the career
Yep.
so far. If that cannot motivate you, I don't know what can.
True.
Yeah, King f4. So, also giving you an update of the game, Kazakowski against Larushas. Kazakowski still has a large advantage, extra pawn, but
It's not that
Larushas.
easy anymore, yeah.
No,
Because he
not
went for
easy.
white with the white. He went for the rook f7 idea.
Yeah. So this is the current position. The viewers, let me once again switch it back.
But Larusas didn't go for knight, whatever d.
95, he played 97, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the current position. 97 marks as a miss. Instead, yeah, rook f7 was a mistake. He missed bishop d2, by the way. 95 was the better choice. Black went 97. All right, okay. The players are tired. They're tired. They need a break.
Yep.
We need a break. So, dear viewers, we are going to continue the coverage after a very small break, until like 5 minutes. And we'll be seeing you very shortly to see who is going to become the leader of the 7th Paul Keres Memorial here in Parnu, Estonia, within the next hour. Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break. We are resuming our broadcast from the 7th Paul Keres Memorial following the action of the 5th round of the main event, Tournament A. And of course, here you see this is the top clash on the top board. Valery Kazakowski is playing against his countryman Thomas Larushas. The game is still ongoing. Kazakowski has a much better position, but we saw in the background also another game wrapping up. A big sensation, Ilya Khaitin capitalized on the mistakes of the top-seeded player Maxime Lagarde. He won the game.
Yeah, that's, I mean, maybe one of the biggest wins of his career, right? So,
I actually met him outside.
Okay.
You know, that's why there was this a bit of a long delay. And he asked, no, not asked, but he informed me about his very deep prep he had against Zheng, against the Chinese Grandmaster.
So,
And it happened exactly as I predicted. Apparently, the Chinese Grandmaster had already a game in that line. And
like an online game there or something?
I didn't specify this.
Yeah.
He already had played it before,
Okay.
and Ilya had prepared exactly this game like 50 minutes before the start of the round. And the only thing I was regretting that he did not prepare this deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was kicking himself for the missed opportunity, and who could have thought, that the Chinese player is going to repeat this. Anyway, we are seeing some moves incoming quite quickly here.
Mm-hmm.
Kazakowski is on the verge to win this game.
Yeah, but it's not been as easy as we predicted, right? Like, it should have wrapped up quite a few moves ago already, but
yeah,
there have been some mistakes.
Yeah, pardon the laggy camera. I don't know what's the reason here. I think we're going to try to fix it for tomorrow because the feed for us is incoming normally, but I suppose it's my laptop. Yeah, that somehow slows down the signal. So, what do we have here? Let me see. Maybe I can restart the camera somehow a bit. Give it a fresh start. Doesn't look like it's a fresh start. So, I think that for black, the only counterplay is some sort of a 95. Probably.
Yeah, try to get the
pawn, yeah?
Somehow, yes. Again, there are some hopes that you try to reach. Like, if you get the... I mean, okay, a pawn is the wrong square, right? Like wrong side corner, which is very far away right now, but something to maybe keep in mind. Because I assume I might need to sacrifice my knight at some point.
Or you won't take the pawn, yeah?
Oh, that's another point, yeah. But then...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would love to eliminate these pawns
first.
Yeah,
exactly. So
because if you take on here, I take on h4, I might be still 95.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's why maybe like you don't take the h3 first. But okay. h4.
Wait. Oh wait, there's a simple bishop e3, yeah? If that is a simple move at all. 95 is on the board. We're about to find it out because I don't immediately follow what's... No,
but if you go bishop e3, then I take the pawn on a... Ah, no, wait, there's a... Yep, my bad. We don't take the pawn on a3.
And it's a mistake. Wait a second. Just a second. There's so many mistakes, actually. Double players. So, this is the position. 95. Oh.
This is kind of the only move as well, according to the engine, yeah? Do you have the big advantage?
Yeah. And knight f3 is obviously rook f5.
Yep. And rook f3 is just the king moves.
And rook f3 is any king move. Oh, no, maybe not any. King e2.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's going to be h3 check.
Yep.
And white is just easily winning this. Wait.
I mean, there's still like, yeah, I was like, it's not that easy.
Takes.
h2.
Here.
Bishop h6 and rook.
Check and here.
Yep.
Okay, it's easily winning. It is easily winning, yeah? And again, Kazakowski missed it. So he played bishop e3. And apparently black is all right if he plays rook b3 or king f7, because rook a3 obviously loses because of bishop c5 check.
Okay. What is the point of rook b3 though?
King of 7, by the way,
King,
played.
king f7 makes more sense. You
Yeah.
like
Sure.
move away from the checks. So.
White no longer is winning. Listen, all of this is so crazy. Like, it starting with this move, check this out. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Black can play 95. I mean, okay, I'm gonna roll even further.
Yeah, because there's already some yellow moves coming.
Check this out. So, King f2, a mistake. Instead of this, White was pretty much winning on the spot with the very spectacular bishop c3, bishop f6 idea. We discussed this. It was not so easy to spot.
Yep.
So that's a mistake. Black played rook e6. Rook a3 is good. Rook d3. Rook takes an a7. Rook e3. Bishop d2 is the only move, according to an engine, threatening to win a pawn. You can't take on d2 because the rook is going to be under attack. White missed it. Instead of knight e5, black played knight e7. A very bad move. And again, bishop d2 is a move here.
But now it makes more sense because you're not even sacrificing.
Now he found it.
Yep.
Now he found it. Rook e5. Rook c2. All of this is good. King e8. Rook g7. All of this is pretty human. Rook takes on g5. And I think this is a bit inhuman. But black in this position was supposed to play king f7. I don't even understand a move. People don't think like that.
No, but maybe it's the same position, but the king is already an f7. So you get kind of to the same position.
A better version of knight e5.
Exactly.
Yeah, but to find this move, you need like 10-15 minutes or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not 30 seconds. Yeah?
Not 30 seconds. So rook takes on g5, bishop g5. Now knight e5, very human. And again, because of rook c5, this loses. And again, Kazakowski missed it. He played bishop e3, played in 7 seconds. Well, I think we're seeing the pattern here. And rook a2.
Rook a2. Whoa.
But h3.
But h3 becomes very concrete, yeah?
Yeah. You know,
h3 is also the move that you probably do.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just tiredness. The players are really tired at this point because Kazakowski played 100-something moves. He defended tenaciously, and now he has to play after a very short break, like 1 hour. The second game, another long game. He's missing moves. It's completely normal.
Yeah.
And also, of course, I think Thomas is tired. He played, what did he play the previous round?
He did a draw as well. It was also pretty long game. It was the one that he was pushing and then he was actually losing, but the opponent, the young Norwegian, missed it.
Yeah.
The bishop c3.
Okay. So you can't go king g3 because the bishop is under attack. You can't move the bishop because the pawn on f3 is under attack.
Yep.
A pawn doesn't matter because what is it needs to watch out for h2, h1. And this is probably why black is about to save the game.
Yeah. I mean, you can still defend like with rook a1, right? So like, okay, let's say a4, h2, rook a1.
Like this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to make it work.
Yeah.
Here?
Yep. Do you go h2? Do you not go h2?
I mean, h2, I play rook h1, yeah?
I mean, either rook h... Yeah, because if I just calmly have those f and g pawns, then I think we had very similar thing. Larusus himself was winning this, I think, in the first round or something kind of similar. Yeah?
Yeah, the point is you're dropping the pawn on f3.
That is a very important point. And it's not winning anymore.
And it's a draw.
Okay, but then let's say I go rook a1 and I don't go rook h1 immediately. I will go a4. I'll keep my pawn alive.
And I'll play rook a3.
And we get to the same exact position.
Yeah, it doesn't really change. So again, you have to go here. Maybe there's a bit of a difference here because now the rook is not attacking the bishop.
Okay, so I have like one more kind of. But like king g3 doesn't work.
Because there's going to be rook a3.
Yep.
It's very close. It's very close. And yet it's not enough. Maybe king f4. No, there's still some chances. How do you actually continue? I could see this white winning still. It makes perfect sense what you're recommending the save-4 idea to push the rook a bit. But now it's like very complex, very complicated line. And I think that Kazakowski had like a clear victory before.
No, for sure. And he for sure like understood as well. Like when Black's king was cut off, it looked like it should be like over, basically.
Yeah.
So you start getting a little bit annoyed because you know you probably have missed something, right? Like it's not as clear cut as it was. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, also the engine is indicating that it's not winning anymore. Objectively, yeah.
All right, let's continue observe. There is also another fight of the leaders board too. Nikolai Maxim Ostensen against Jacques Zheng.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I hope this camera is gonna work a bit better.
I mean, it's the same camera, yeah.
But maybe it works better.
Maybe we can hope.
It does not work better. Okay. There's a comment in the chat. So much drama. Yes, yes.
I mean, I guess this is what you get with double rounds, yeah.
Yes, this is also one of the reasons I gotta confess why I don't play double rounds.
No, it's very very fair reason. Yeah.
You know, I came to this conclusion. I try not to play double rounds if I can. I came to this conclusion in the Lithuanian league. I played there like 3-4 years ago when I lost the winning positions. And I was like, nailed the coffin, really. Yeah. So I was like, nah, that's it. I don't want to do this. So obviously the opposition was very strong. Yeah. I lost to Šarūnas Šulskis, a winning position, and then I lost to Paulius Poltinavičius, a blunder the piece, like in the second game. And there was also no break. Yeah. One very long game, like half an hour in between, another long game. I lost that one as well. And that's it. I'm out of here. Yeah, so sure. Anyway, I mean, yeah, sorry.
No, I was like, that's the thing with the double rounds as well. If you lose the first game, you only have maybe like an hour to like kind of overcome this. Whereas like if you have only one round per day, okay, you had the night in between, so you can think about other stuff.
Yeah, no time to recover.
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue.
That's why some players really try to be practical and just make some quick draws. But
sure. No, but I mean, there are also players who do really well with those double rounds. Like they, for some reason, it really fits for them to like. Yeah, maybe they're just better in some way or.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have a question to you, Margaret. How come that this camera, which is the same camera, it just zoomed in, it works better than the original camera, which is lagging?
That's a great question. I think it's making it also more difficult for us to try to fix this.
I don't know what's the reason. It's the same camera, same feed.
Yep.
And this one works, actually. So strange. Anyway, the current position is very clear. The Chinese Grandmaster is in a great shape right now. He has one extra pawn.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to go back anymore. What happened before happened. Yeah. Extra pawn for Black. I think he just conquered this pawn on d4. And now White is trying to survive. And here the young Norwegian just declined the rook trade. He played rook c8. Kind of tried to undermine the Black King's safety.
Queen h7.
Queen h7, queen g8, and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so with Black, do you want to go, I don't know, to d3? With, exactly, with something, right?
Of course. Bishop d3, probably some queen a4.
Yep.
There's going to be some questions.
Yep.
I think it's still more or less balanced. I mean, this particular position. It's a bit difficult for Black to get some clarity because of the king's safety.
Yeah.
So I would recommend queen a4.
Some queen d4 maybe, trying to insist to change the queens.
And I try to be annoying.
Queen a3, yeah, exactly, that's what it is.
Yeah, queen a3, some check here. Maybe it's not a threat, but go figure. So how do you continue? Queen d6, queen a4 again.
Yeah. I mean, the h4 pawn is not too easy to actually defend against. I'm not sure you want to. Do you want to?
No, I don't think so. It's just a ridiculous idea. You might just checkmate it. Be checkmated there.
Yeah.
Looks really scary. I mean, if you're armed with an engine, then it's of course easy. But of course, queen f4 happened.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
I think White has some practical chances. Okay. So do we have any other updates So currently Kazakowski and Larushas is an equal position.
Yeah,
but
I think Kazakowski has realized it's not
yeah, but it's two extra
winning
pawns still
anymore.
for him, yeah?
Yep, exactly.
Then we have Paulius Juknis play the draw against Noach Feker on board number 5.
Yep.
Alexandra Maltsevskaya is a bit better against Eivind Grund Kreken, board number 6. Ezra Kirk is winning against Agnesa Teravatisiana. That's what I suspected. So she misplayed this Gasped structure. I already didn't like the way things were going, and after that, everything just went downhill.
Yeah, so, exactly. It was hard to play already, so probably she made some kind of mistake afterwards.
Right.
Oh, there was some blunder.
Where?
I mean, on the 6th board, because it was like, oh, a little bit better, and now it's very much a lot better.
Okay. Maybe we can go to that game. And Maltsevskaya was on 3 points. Was she now? Or 2.5?
No, I think. Wait, let me check this. She has. Yeah, 3 points, yeah.
3 points, yeah. So pretty important game, obviously, for the rankings. So let me show you the overview camera. Rook 8 to A3. And Kraken is down to the last minute.
But why is this?
Probably some problems with the 7th rank. Some sort of a check on Rook C7, Rook E7, I would say. This looks so logical. Like, why don't I give you a check here and play Rook E7? Seems to be very straightforward to me.
Yeah, I mean, how are you even defending them?
Takes and Rook C7.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that looks very bad, and you have to run for your life, basically. King G6 and whatever. So apparently this Rook 8 to A3 was a very big mistake.
But then what was he supposed to do? Because it's kind of a threat, yeah?
It is a threat. And you see here black's pieces are kind of tied down. So let me advise. The engine. Yeah, but black's in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Like Rook C2? I don't know who plays like this. Check. Here. Rook E7. Bishop H5. Rook C to C7. And now you kind of play this position. Oh, wait, even this is losing, actually. So you take with the other rook. And white just ignores this. Okay, this is some ridiculous stuff. Objectively, he was in trouble all the time.
Yeah. So it was not like it was some very unexpected blunder, but it was just a hard position to play, and he didn't find the resource, basically.
And of course, Maltsevskaya found it immediately. Rook C8, Rook E7. The only difference here is that black could have collected the knight on C1. The pawn on A3 seemingly is useless. So it's safe to assume that Maltsevskaya is going to score the victory here.
Yeah, I mean, she's been playing quite well, yeah?
Yeah, she's playing really well.
She did a draw in the 2nd round against slightly lower rated opponent, or like 21-30. But then she did a draw against Lagarde, and now she's winning against the 23-35 rated opponent, so...
Yeah. That's right. And... okay, maybe I can show you Ezra Kirk's position against Agnesa Teravatisian, since we talked about this game earlier.
Okay, it's pawn up, yeah, opponent can pawn up.
Completely hopeless.
Yeah, there's no fortress anywhere. Black's king has to always stay on the... Exactly on the... Yep, okay, and there's the resignation as well. There's
a resignation, so Ezra Kirk wins this game. I'm a bit sad to see for Agnesa, but... At least it's going to be some sort of a lesson. Okay, so I think we have to go back to the top boards.
Yep.
And this is also where we have the camera feed. We have the leaders, Valery Kazakowski against Tomas Larushas.
But no moves since we last saw it. So...
No moves.
Okay, he just played a move.
I'm hoping the camera is going to work just fine.
Wait, what? Okay, no, it's coming
down. No, it works, yeah?
Yeah, no, because
the camera works.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, why is this? All right. H2.
Yeah. The bar jumped for a second, so I was like...
Getting excited.
Yeah. I was like, did we miss some move order or something? But no, it's okay. It's back to zeros now.
A4, Rook A3, we see. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit behind here, the moves. So, the last moves. Oh, actually, I don't get the moves yet here because I
Yeah,
saw
so
them on the camera.
yeah. That might be
So
a
it was
slight.
a4, rook a3, and rook h1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I saw on the camera.
So that's exactly what we also talked about. And now, like, because Kosakowski was thinking for so long, so probably like Laurus has also figured all of it out, yeah?
Yeah. Here?
Mm.
LaRoche is thinking, should I take the pawn on a4? I think here, like, there's still some tricks, like rook a4, king g3. We talked about this position.
Yeah. But
You
I mean,
gotta
you
make
do
them up.
take the pawn, yeah?
Yeah, you gotta take them up. And I think now king g3 is gonna happen. So this is the position. Rook a4, I think king g3. King g3, rook a3, king f4. That's what Kosakowski is trying to accomplish. There's still some hope. 51 seconds for LaRoche's. You can't take on h2 because this forces a draw. Like elimination method. Just a king move, king g3. No, I mean bishop move potentially is also a thing, yeah?
Yeah.
No pawn move, no pawn move.
Yep.
Any bishop move, I don't know what kind of bishop move you have to make sense. Maybe some
Yeah, but then I still go
bishop
back.
c1.
Try to go back with my rook, right? Like.
Yeah, rook a2, of course. You can always go back. King g3, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like king g3 then makes sense. Unless he's just so fed up with it, then he just goes for the draw and it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I have a hard time to choose which game to follow because also the other game, Nikolai Maxim Ostensen against Zheng Zhengzheng, it's very sharp. Black just committed to g5 to protect the extra pawn. That's a pretty scary move.
Maybe one more question here. If the thing is that if white, maybe you have to go king g3 because if you don't, then bishop c1 or something. Black has the opportunity of taking knight g4.
You mean here?
No, I mean if you go bishop c1 or if you do any bishop move. So it's like, okay, it's a decision. Do you want to defend that? Do you not want to defend that? But like
well, I'm glad you asked me this question because I have a story.
Okay, yes, good.
The story is this. 10 years ago, maybe slightly more, I was playing in the French Team Chess Championships. So what move did he play, by the way, first?
King g3.
King g3, okay. So 10 years ago, I was playing in French Team Chess Championships, and I was playing a very long game, like 5-6 hours against the top Chinese Grandmaster Li Chao. It was 2750 at the time. Yeah, they're getting exactly this position, which I don't know how do you draw. And I had a chance to force rook and bishop versus rook. So I would be having a rook, my opponent would be having a rook and bishop. I did not go for this because I thought that my opponent is going to torture me there for 50 moves.
Yeah.
And I do know how to make a draw. But I decided not to go. And I went for something else where my opponent is going to torture me anyway for 50 moves. And of course, I lost the game. And after the game, my teammate, Aloysius Kvenis, who was our team member, he said to me, Arthurs, don't you know how to draw with rook and bishop versus rook? And I said, I do know that.
Yeah.
And I said, why don't you go there? You go there and then you show the technique, which is, of course, totally correct. Because I decided to go for a different position, which is still a draw, but it's unusual position. It's a very simple principle. If you know it's a draw, you go there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing what I will always remember. So it was a very, very important lesson to me. Like, I know it's going to be scary. I know the opponent's going to be pressing against you, but you do know it's a draw with a perfect play. So you do go there without any hesitation.
Yeah, I think that's a good principle to have.
So, rook a4, rook a3. It would be really poetic, imagine this, if Kosakowski has to play another 100 move game today.
So if it's going to end him having to play rook and bishop against rook, yeah? Be definitely the last one again.
Knight h4? What's the move here, actually?
I mean, yeah, knight h4 is a concrete, yeah? Because, I mean, if you give away the h2 pawn for nothing, then you're gonna lose this.
Knight h4, f4, rook a2. It's not a very obvious draw. Engine says everything is a draw.
Oh, wow.
Rook h2, f4, rook g2 is a draw, but none of this is very obvious. I don't think here LaRoche has any choice.
I think he went
He plays
for
knight h4.
h4, yeah.
So the threat is obviously to take on f3.
Yep.
Or if white commits to rook takes on h2, take on d4, take on f3, it's a draw
Yep.
by force. White's going to play f4. White has no choice. And they reach for a second score sheet.
Yeah.
Because this is move 60.
60?
Yeah, move 60.
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, so now do you play a rook? Yeah, f4 was played. Oh, no. Oops. Oh, he wants to take on f. Wait, what?
No. It's a transmission glitch, I think.
Okay.
It just makes no sense. So all of this is correct.
Yeah, rook h.
Rook a2, defend the pawn. Yep. And the threat is to go rook g2.
Yep.
F. If white plays f5. Okay, there's many good moves, but I love the top choice of the engine here. G8.
Of course.
That just makes no sense.
Then you're trying to explain students why you should activate your king, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, go king to 8, it's all okay.
Yeah. Okay, what's happening here with the broadcast? They're fixing the moves.
f5 and rook a4 played. Yeah.
f4, rook a2, f5, and he went back.
Rook a4. Yeah, so it's like you still can't take the h2 pawn.
That's very precise.
Yes, so you also can't go g4, g5, because then I take f5 with my knight. Yes, probably, because rook f1 is nothing.
That's great. So, yeah, takes. You take on d4.
Yep.
King d5. Knight f3. This pawn could be really scary. King e3. Knight g2. Here. Knight f4.
Yeah.
Knight e5. And it's
even
an attack
at that point. So yeah. I think at that point he just has to bail out already.
Okay. With a perfect play, it might be a draw. And Kazakowski's thinking.
Yeah, he still has a lot of time.
There's some developments in the game of Nikolai Maxim Ostensen against Zheng Zhongzheng, where black has managed to trade the rooks and the queen and is technically winning. Maybe let's go to that game.
There, yeah, because we were discussing that black does want to trade those because white's counterplay was against the black's king. So if he did manage that, then he should just be a healthy pawn up in an endgame with 0 risk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How did that happen, actually?
I know, because we were finding it a little bit annoying, yeah? Like, there was no very direct way.
Yeah, and this was the position?
Because he didn't go queen a3. He did go...
No, this already is way before that. Way after that, yeah. Rook c1, queen b2. Oh, so he missed that. He played f4. Boom.
Yeah. But I think at that point he couldn't even do anything anymore, right? He just probably missed that queen b2 move altogether.
Here, yeah?
Yeah, because, okay, the bishop is not hanging.
No, man, what do you mean? I would whatever play rook c8, rook c6.
Yeah, but I'm still going to go queen b1. I want to trade them.
But keep at least rooks on the board.
Good point.
Yeah. No, but this looks pretty hopeless.
Yeah.
Like the bishop, extra pawn. The pawns are on the color of your bishop.
Yeah.
Activate a king d6, king c5. This pawn is a weakness.
Yep.
It looks like the Chinese grandmaster is going to score a very important victory here and potentially become the sole leader.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because there were 6 of them sharing, and if Kazakowski is not able to win this, then he is going to be the sole leader.
And these are the only 2 games on the top boards. I mean, there's definitely more games in the playing venue. I'm just going to give you an update of all the other games that have finished so far in the round 5. Har Krishnan, board 3, Kananen, was a quick draw. Ilya Khaitan sensationally defeated Maxime Lagarde after the Frenchman blundered in rook king where he was pressing. Paulus Yuknis, Noah Fecker is draw. Alexander Maltsevsky defeated Eivind Grund-Kraken from Norway. Ezra Kirk outplayed Agnesa Teravatisiana. Ilse Berzana managed to salvage the game against Jakob Templing Grave. Krivonosov, Thomas Pavlaitis was a solid draw. And finally on board 10, Yuxindu from China lost against Mathieu Ternot.
Yep.
So we have these two top boards.
It's nice to see that the top guys are the ones who are like fighting it out, right? You
Yeah.
don't see any quick draws or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we go back once again to the top board.
Because this might be more concrete because wait, what?
Might also finish pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, okay, there's probably also some glitch again because I don't think that they actually blundered that.
Where do you see a blunder?
No. I mean, the bar went down, but I think it's some kind of a glitch. Huh?
I don't think it's a blunder at all.
No, I think he didn't go knight h4. He took the bishop, and they did a draw.
Yeah. They're heading to massive trades. The camera is stuck and it's a draw. Okay, whatever. Like today, this camera was failing us big time. I don't know why. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the only game remaining. It's a draw where potentially the Chinese Grandmaster can become the sole leader of the 7th Paul Keres Memorial. It's also the only remaining game left at the top boards.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we're trying to defend it with white, then what would even be the idea to try to defend it?
Trade pawns?
As much as possible, yeah.
As much as possible. I don't know, like G3, try to trade it.
Yeah.
Some G3, I suppose.
I mean.
Yeah. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Because
if you leave with the knight and then black plays G4, then you're probably.
Yeah, I think otherwise black's gonna play like this.
Or this. Yeah.
You don't want to put more pawns on the light squares.
Yep.
There's no fortress. You can't go to a pawn endgame. So what can you do? Just trade the pawns, I think.
Yeah.
Only idea I can think of. Okay. Not the way I would have played it.
Yeah.
I mean.
It might.
Wait, G3, maybe G4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might have been something completely wrong with that. Although it's not that easy, yeah. Like you can.
No.
No, I would have taken
the other pawn.
Yeah, the other pawn. And then go knight f1 and still probably losing.
Should be dead lost.
Yep.
The bishop is gonna dominate the knight. The pawn on h3 is more stronger.
Yeah, I didn't have any time to go f4 to kind of restrict your bishop or anything, so.
But it is worth a shot. Yeah. Okay. f3.
He chooses the slow suffering.
It is. Bishop a2. And then the camera. Camera is failing me. All right. Knight c2 played. Bishop c4, bishop f1. Or just to create the pass pawn. e5. e5 I think looks really nice here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not even like, now white can't trade off any pawns. Because if you could trade off some pawns, sacrifice your knight somehow, leave only the a pawn, then the a pawn is the wrong square. But this is like very, very, very far to dream, and now it's not even possible to trade any of the pawns.
All right. A bit of a technical position, but black is down to the last minute. Has to make a move.
Yeah, I guess that's the only hope, because they only have like
a5.
1 or 2 minutes, so maybe there's some kind of a blunder, but
I like this move. He fixes the white pawn on a4 as a potential target. Yeah. e5 I think is coming next. Bishop c4, maybe also play something like bishop d5, bishop c6, target this pawn. The king is ready at some point to slide over to the king's side.
Yeah.
I see no hope here for white. No chance to trade the pawns. That's why I think it was worth the shot to play this g3. Here the passive defense is not the answer.
Yeah, and if you try to like go knight d4, then it's just one move and you have to go back next move anyway, so.
Yeah. Also the body language of the young Norwegian spells. Yeah, this game is probably over.
Yeah.
All right.
Something. I think you played F4, yeah.
F4. Yeah, you gotta try something.
Yep.
Why not? F4, a G takes, 91 out of 3. Or maybe 91, 93.
Yeah. Okay. But then do you take an F4 or do you go G4?
I think you just take it and play E5. There's many winning ideas. I think you can just even take it here. 93 is a threat. Play E5. Knight of 3. Put the bishop here.
Yeah, he just takes it.
Takes. And some, I don't know, bishop E4. There should be many ways to convert this. G takes the 4, 91 is happening. And it's going to be a wrap. Do we have any other sensational results today? Some noteworthy results?
Let's check if we have any. Oh.
Yes.
We have a draw on board 14 where another young Norwegian, Michael Mortensen, the draw against Krzysztof Jakubowski.
Oh, so everybody's playing very good against Krzysztof.
Yeah, so Krzysztof managed to win the morning game, but he's struggling kind of continues.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Otherwise, nothing very dramatic, I would say. Some small surprises or upsets, but
yeah,
but nothing gigantic.
So yeah, the biggest upset, of course, is Ilya Khaitin defeating Maxime Lagarde. That's something we did not expect.
Yeah.
Here, by the way, the Chinese Grandmaster has chosen the best setup, I think. Knight x on the 4. I think E5 is about to follow very soon. Yeah, E5. Collect the pawn on G2. I see no hope once again.
Yeah.
Knight E5. Winning pawn in game. Knight G6. Collect 2 pawns.
Yep. And the F5 pawn is protected after that. So
and this means we are going to have the sole leader after round 5. And there's the resignation. Sorry, I can't show this on the camera because the camera is lagging crazily today. But this round is officially over.
Yeah.
Because Zhang Zheng just defeated Nikolai Ostensen and becomes the sole leader with 4.5 points out of 5. And then we have quite a big of a group.
Yes, with 4 points.
With 4 points.
I can name the players maybe.
Sure.
Kasakowski has 4, Lauruzes, they do draw in the first board. Then Hari Krishnan and Gainanen, the draw, so they all have, they both have 4 points. Then Haitin, since he won, he has 4 points. Matsevskaya won, so she has 4 points. So it's not that many players actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players chasing and Cheng in the front.
Okay. And potentially this could set up some kind of a clash tomorrow. So the Chinese Grandmaster, he's the leader. He's going to play with white.
Probably against
Kasakowski.
Yep, because the colors match.
All right. And tomorrow also, of course, the viewers, I think it's a good idea to remind you of the schedule. Because tomorrow we are going to have only one round.
Only, yes.
Only one round. So let me show you once again the schedule. So on Thursday, the morning is free. The players are going to try to recharge the batteries, enjoy the sights here, the beautiful city of Parnu. To be honest, when I was walking today for the lunch break, it feels like there's suddenly an influx of tourists because when we arrived, when I arrived on Monday, it was pretty quiet. Yep. Like I walked on this main street, going to the center. It was pretty quiet. There was not so many people. And it was like starting since yesterday, it feels something changed. Like we suddenly got an influx, a lot of tourists.
Do you want to know the secret what changed?
Yeah.
It was the weather.
Really?
Because it was raining the first days. So and now it's proper beach weather. So firstly, there's
everyone who was inside, they just came out.
Yeah. So, no, but it's also like Estonians. It's not like you plan this so far ahead. Yeah. So you see, oh, it's a nice weather. Okay, I'll come to Parnu. But also, I mean, Latvia is not that far, right? So there's a lot of Latvians,
I did
also
hear a
Finnish
lot of
players.
Latvian voices.
Yeah, a lot of Finnish people. I heard a lot of Finnish here, so yeah.
I'll have to return here to relax, to be honest. That's a wish, which I hope to fulfill. But the viewers, we are wrapping up the coverage for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. We're only the halfway. And tomorrow we are going to see you the usual time, 5 p.m. Estonian time or 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time with round number 6. So who is going to take it down? Is it going to be the Chinese Grandmaster or Valery Kazakowski will be able to catch up? You're going to have to see it yourself tomorrow. We're saying goodbye to you. Final words from you, Margaret?
Yeah, well, I guess have a good sleep, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
See you tomorrow.